Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 18, episode number 3,886. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hahn. And you are in the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the worst things to eat on an airplane. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drag, get it drunk. That is all coming on today's very special episode of the Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin... Come on, man.
Let's go.
We will spin the category wheel. Then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy and returning champ is the lovely and talented Danny, who thought cashews were footwear made of money and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Be a contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
Want to make the most of your home equity, but don't know where to start? Talk to BECU about taking out a HELOC. With great rates and one-on-one guidance, you can feel confident getting a home equity line of credit, knowing BECU puts members' best interests first. Learn more at becu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender, Boeing Employees Credit Union, NMLS ID 490518. Financing is subject to BECU membership, credit approval, and other underwriting criteria. Call 1-800-233-2328 for details about credit costs and terms.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All but tell us, away we go. Welcome to Season 18 and episode number 3,886. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back. Maybe you got some plans coming up for the summer. Going to get on an airplane and fly someplace. Ted, you have the worst food. The worst. That you can eat on a plane. And that does not include what the airline will serve you on the plane. Right. Which is some of the worst food I've ever had in my life, to be honest with you. Oftentimes, better than I expected. For the most part, not that good.
Yeah. I mean, and we all know the king of the airline food is that fruit cheese platter. From Alaska? Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I typically try to get a bite to eat in the airports and just get there a little bit early and eat there. But people do bring food on airplanes. Correct. And we were saying, we were talking to the office, I've definitely brought, a burger or something, probably fast food, as I was just in a hurry. Sure. But I don't know that I've sat there with, a whole meal. And a lot of these are people on planes with whole meals.
Right. I think the one where I could tell the people were perturbed around me was there was a airport that I was in that had a Five Guys. And I got a Five Guys cheeseburger and one of their small fries, which is a lot of fries. I mean, when I opened up that bag, even when I come back from the bathroom in the airplane after I got done eating, I could still smell the fries in the air and the hamburger that I just eaten.
But they're annoyed with you because they want your meal.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have been eating trout. Yep. Then they're just mad, But yeah, if you're eating that burger, God damn it.
And in your defense, Five Guys took a while to get across the country. I remember flying out of the D.C. area. There was a lot of people that got on planes with Five Guys.
Right. Nothing wrong with a good old cheeseburger. But I guess this is just not good for turbulence or the person you're sitting next to.
Turbulence are you only have so much room in an airplane. So some of these you're just going to be why would you even try that?
Right. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's why they don't offer meals in the back. And what I mean by that is they will give you a box food item.
Correct.
But they're not going to give you anything that requires any type of flatware. Because if you have to cut something, there's not enough room in the seats.
You think it has when they added the
same damn time?
You think it's when they added the third seat? Because remember, it used to only be 2 seats per side. You had more room.
I'm just saying, you got no elbow room. How are you supposed to cut into something?
But I think they just got rid of it because they didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, that too.
Probably, yeah. Head Chef coming up with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. As we do every Monday through Friday at 6, we head on over exclusively to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour. If you don't have the Odyssey app, download it now. It's absolutely free. You'll see the Men's Room Happy Hour channel on there. It goes live at 6 o'clock. Keep that in mind. Also know that it's labeled explicit for a reason, based on the language and oftentimes the content. Now, today we go back to the world of real band names. These are bands that actually exist. I have created one band that does not exist. So 3 are real bands. 1 is not. All right. So that's how we're doing the Dirty Big Dummy today. For an example, Bend Over and the Screamers. Is that a band? Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid Kids.
I don't believe that one is.
That's got to be real.
Uncle Bob Touched Me. Is that the name of a real band? The Traveling Dingleberries. Oh, God. Gonorrhea Pizzeria. Corn on the Cob. It goes on and on and on. Orange Juice After Toothpaste. One of my favorites. And I also like, that's a large beetle. I wonder if it's poisonous. Are those actual band names or not? We'll find out coming up as we have 10 questions and we have a bonus question for you with a Dirty Big Dummy. And today is the day we play the game known as a Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We'll spin the category wheel. You are either on Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far, the returning champion Danny, who took 12 questions to get one right. And when we do like to play Big Dummy, we do a little men's room poll. And the last time we asked you would do something never again. Here were the options. You would never masturbate again for the rest of your life. You would never have oral relations. You would never have intercourse. Or you would never have pizza. And as we put the poll up, if you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, here's how the results shook out from last week's Men's Room poll. Coming in with only 5% of the vote. 5% said never again intercourse. So that was the least likely choice out of the 4. Most of you still wanted to have sex if you could.
Sure.
Coming in at number 3 with 15%. That would be masturbate. So 15% of you said, maybe I could do that. Something I could pull off. You're probably in a relationship. I don't know what the deal is there. That would be a tough one for me. Oral relations at 29% came in at number 2. So almost a third of you said that you would give up oral relations. And the number one thing by far, half of you at 51% said, you know what? If I'm going to give up one of those 4, it's going to be pizza.
Only because of the other 3 options.
Right. Maybe I should say maybe I'll eat some pasta. Maybe I'll have lasagna.
Close, right.
I'll get as close as I can. Pizza's just not in the cards. So that was your main choice there. Never again on our men's room poll. This week, another never again poll.
All right.
Different options. The first one would be to drive. And I think, Ted, even though we said you're never going to ride in a car, I believe as far as Ubers go and taxis and stuff like that, I think it's your ability to be able to own and drive a vehicle.
Correct.
So should I change it to just drive?
No, well, whatever. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, you just can't drive anymore. So you could take public transportation. You could take Ubers everywhere. You could get into a cab to get to the airport or whatever, but you're never going to drive again. Number 2 is television. Now, I realize that a lot of people watch television on their phones. That's fine. But when the Super Bowl comes on, anytime that there's a sporting event on that you want to watch, there's no television. Any of your shows, any of your streaming services, your cable, you name it, television out of the equation. Matter of fact, if you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and look up, you can't even see the TVs that are on.
Oh, no. They won't even let you in.
No.
We can't let you in, man.
No TV. So no television is number 2. Number 3 is your cell phone. Mm-hmm. Never use a cell phone again. Now, Steve, you said that would probably be the easiest one for you to do.
For me to give up personally because I hate it. But I understand it is difficult to get through. But I mean, here's the thing. I'm just not a phone guy. I rarely use it. Yes, people text me, they call me, but I don't want to talk to them.
Right.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
Well, the biggest problem with a phone is that all the other things that your phone does, everything from your airline tickets to your sporting event tickets to your concert tickets.
That would be the worst part.
Yeah.
Not the communication part. You know what I mean?
Just what you need to access certain things now often requires having a phone. Hell, man, half the menus in my neighborhood.
You can't scan it.
You can't scan it. You know, they don't even have paper menus. Maybe they do, but I've never seen them.
Right.
You hit that little barcode and menu pops up and away you go. Number 4 is porn. Never again. You'll never be able to watch or check out any type of pornography, be it a magazine.
It also makes my phone useless at that point.
Be it a movie, just like you're living in Utah. So no porn.
I can still have self-time, just no porn.
You can have self-time, there's just no porn.
And look, man, you can come up with that in your head. We all have.
You got the bank.
We all have a Rolodex of things that have happened in our life. You're like, that's
let me recreate this moment.
That's one to keep it up there if I ever need one. So again, our men's room poll. Never again. Will it be drive, television, cell phone, or porn? Now time for the game known as Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Wes. Welcome to the men's room.
May the force be with you.
Hola. Wes, are you sober or not sober?
I am not sober, enjoying a nice daiquiri.
A daiquiri? Wow, dude, you're going all out, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm down in Louisiana for work, and they have daiquiri shacks all over the place, so I'm like, might as well.
That makes sense. When you said daiquiri, I'm like, he's got to be somewhere warm.
Is it, how hot is it there?
It's in the 80s.
Okay. Is this not the week or weekend of the New Orleans Jazz Festival?
Oh, I believe it is, but I'm not sure.
I think it is.
I don't like going down there.
Okay. All right. Okay, Wes. Fair enough. All right, our men's room poll. Never again. Will it be drive, television, cell phone, or porn? What are you doing?
I was thinking about it, and you guys made some good points. I think I'm going to go with porn.
Porn.
I give a porn.
Yep.
I'll go with drive. I barely drive.
You have for so many years.
Yeah.
You already know how to get around it.
I know I'm not giving up porn. That I guarantee. That's my keeper for sure. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. By the way, Wes, you opened by saying May the 4th be with you. It is May the 4th. So just so you know, should you be one and done, when I do the 50-50 question, it will be Star Wars related. Ooh. True or false?
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars related.
All right.
It was Ted's idea.
Fingers crossed.
All right, Wes. Here is Ted. I think you'll actually enjoy the true or false. I'll be honest with you.
All right.
I think you'll do well. I think you'll do well. All right. Here is your question. Leon Zolgaz. He assassinated what U.S. president?
I'm going to go with was it Woodrow Wilson?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Woodrow.
Garfield?
Nope. You had 4 that were assassinated.
Forget the one he was.
Everyone forgets this guy.
McKinley?
Yeah, William McKinley. He was a president. The dude was assassinated. Everyone's like, I can't think of the guy. Yeah, 1901.
Where was he assassinated?
I don't know. I think it was actually in D.C., but I'm not 100%.
Apparently no one cares about this.
I mean, it's just poor William McKinley.
They even took his mountain away.
Right, just like, whatever, dude. You died in office, get out of here. All right, your question, what holiday was originally known as Decoration Day?
Earth Day, I don't know.
I'll say Halloween.
That's actually a solid guess. Believe it or not, Memorial Day. All right, here's a pick-me-up. At what Ohio University were 4 students shot to death during a 1970 anti-war demonstration?
It was the National Guard did it, and I can't, I don't know, Moorhead.
Kent State.
Kent State, that is correct.
Now just Kent. They were trying to shake that image.
So they kept the Kent.
They dropped the state.
That'll do it.
Wow. Talk about, again, a hide-and-go-seek go wrong.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Wes, your question. Actor Pinto Colvig. He's best known as what legendary clown? A legendary clown.
Bozo.
Bozo it is.
Yes, indeed. I was trying to think of all the legendary. There's Bozo.
How many are there?
There's Pennywise. There's Ronald McDonald.
Well, there's J.P. Patches here in Seattle, but that's
right.
not known anywhere
Krusty.
else. Krusty the Clown.
I can't think. Ronald McDonald, Krusty the Clown, Bozo, Pennywise. That's why I figured he'll probably get it when you say legendary clown, because there's just not a ton of them.
Huh.
Think about it. So there's 4.
I mean, like, of all the clowns at the Barnum and Bailey Circus, you don't know any of them individually.
Right. But, like, who do we know? Who, like, you say the name, everyone goes, yeah, I know.
I mean, the Joker, but not really.
Yeah, I mean.
And, like, when
really
a clown shows up to a birthday party, he's just like, hey, I'm a clown.
Right.
Well, like the Jack Nicholson version of Joker portrayed himself more as a clown with a little flower.
But I don't know that anyone thinks of him as a clown, the Joker. Is he considered a clown? I know he's the clown prince.
Well, he doesn't tell jokes. I mean, for the most part.
Is he a clown, Mike? Is the Joker a clown?
You just said it. He's the clown prince of Gotham.
Well, I know, but I can call you a clown ass. It doesn't mean that.
He's a clown, though. Miles is right. He's got a little flower that squirts water.
Exactly. I mean, the original interpretation, as far as the movie was concerned in the comic books, he was portrayed more as a clown.
Sure.
So he's a clown.
So Joker's a clown. Are we agreeing the Joker is a clown?
The Joaquin Phoenix version is not. I mean,
no, he was a clown.
No, he's a clown.
Right. He's still a clown, but it's just different as far as.
Would you hire him for your kid's birthday party?
No.
Joker? I don't think he had a problem with kids. I mean, see how he does.
John Wayne Gacy.
Dummy!
Yeah, there was John Wayne
Thanks,
Gacy.
Mike.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man.
Solid drop in.
Hello, Chad. Welcome to the midroom.
What's up?
Oh, yeah. Chad, are you sober or not sober?
Oh, I'm sober.
All right, Chad, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, never again. What are you going to pick? Drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
I'll have to say porn.
Porn.
All right. By the way, if you're wondering, John Wayne Gacy, when he was a clown, he went by the name Pogo. And we did forget one of the most infamous clowns ever, man. Homie.
Oh
yeah.
Homie the clown.
Homie D. Clown.
Hell yeah.
By the way, I hate clowns.
A lot of people hate clowns. I don't know why anyone would choose to be a clown when so many people hate clowns. It's like being a meter maid.
My ex-girlfriend, apparently her mom, put, clown stuff all over her bedroom or something, when she was a kid, which I thought was odd.
That is a little odd, yeah.
Did you read the story about the woman in Florida who was just recently sentenced for, basically, she was having an affair.
Tommy Shaves having sex with a clown.
With a married guy. She goes over to where he lives in the home, dressed as a clown.
Okay.
The wife opens the door. Clown shoots the woman.
Jesus,
kills
man.
her on the front, dressed as a clown. So she opens the door. There's a clown there. What do you want?
To be honest with you, if I open the door and there's a clown on my front step, the last thing I think is going to happen is I'm getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your question, what is the capital of India?
I'm just going to guess Uranus because I don't know any place in India.
New Delhi?
New Delhi.
It is New Delhi.
It is, in fact, New Delhi. Name another city in India. Mumbai, you son of a bitch.
Cricket, man.
Chennai.
Cricket.
I know.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Ted's cricket connection. All right. What organ is particularly affected by hepatitis?
The stomach?
Your liver?
Liver.
Ooh, I was close.
And onions.
By the way, people are checking in with their clown knowledge. Did you know the professional clowns have their face and name registered?
No.
So you can't just... So if you're a professional clown, apparently you get your face and your name registered. Like the guys in KISS, you can't just put on their makeup, make money.
So it's like my job where I have to get registered. Okay.
I'm sure it's just like your job, yes.
Well, okay, the clowns don't usually clean, but...
I don't know. Never seen a lot of filthy clowns. All right, your question. What type of animal is the Japanese monster Gamera?
Gamera. Is that one of the things from Godzilla?
Yep.
What was that?
Is that one of the things from Godzilla?
That is correct, yeah. So there's like a moth, there's a giant shrimp, there's all these different creatures, but Gamera is what?
I'm just going to say a dragon. Is it like the three-headed dragon thing?
No, it is not. What was that thing that was like Gamera? I can't think. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember its name. No, Gamera was in fact a turtle.
Oh, my sister would like that.
Fear of the turtle.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jackson Hole Ski Resort is located in what state?
I was going to guess Washington.
Wyoming. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. I would have never gotten that because I don't live in that side of the country, so.
Yeah, you do.
You kind of do, bro.
Yeah.
No, I live in Rochester, New York.
Oh, you're in Rochester, New York. Never mind. Okay. All right, your question. What monster did Beowulf kill?
Beowulf. Is that Frankenstein?
That is... It is not Frankenstein. That'd be Grendel. Grendel. Mm-hmm.
Is this a Lord of the Rings thing?
No, Beowulf is its own thing.
Yeah. Like the Canterbury Tales is its own thing.
Hey, I'm really dumb today, aren't I?
I think every day, Chad.
That's a good point, yeah.
All right, your question. The United Nations is headquartered in what city?
Washington, D.C.
New York.
New York City.
No! Wow, I live in the state and I don't know
live in, yep.
Yeah, but no one in the state considers New York City part of the state.
I know.
I mean, I really don't. If you live in New York State, you're like, New York City is its own thing.
It really is, yeah.
All right, what chess piece makes an L shape? Moves in an L shape.
Oh, that's, what's that thing called? Oh, I hate when you put me on the spot like this.
You called a trivia.
Yeah, you called us, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't.
What did you think was going to happen?
I don't even know what the chess pieces are called, so...
Can you describe what it looks like?
What does it look like? It
looks like a tiger, like some type of, like, animal.
There's no tiger in chess.
There's no tiger in chess.
Okay, it looks like... Okay, how do I explain this without looking at the piece?
It's the head. It's the head of an animal.
Head of the animal.
That's how you explain it. You just name the animal.
Very simple animal.
Oh boy.
Spin wheel, Ted.
Yeah, spinning it.
The knight.
Yeah, the knight. Oh my god.
Your question. Which of your 5 senses would you not have if you were anosmic, and, let's skip that question. I can't read my own handwriting. All right. Charles Lee Ray is the full name of what horror movie character? You actually know that, Mike?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Charles Lee Ray. I'd have to say Scarface. Oh wait, that's not a horror person.
It's not a horror movie. Chucky.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's a toy?
Question number 9.
That it?
Oh no. I'm almost at the biggest dummy, aren't I?
I think that was your plan all along, to be honest with you, Chad.
I don't think so.
This is the second week in a row. I'm pretty sure it is. We'll get you there.
No.
All right, your question.
Please don't.
What's the last name of Clint Eastwood's character, Dirty Harry?
Styles.
Oh, I thought it was Harry. but can't tell you. What the hell? Wait a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to skip this one because I've never seen any of the movies.
Callahan?
It is Callahan, yeah.
Question 10.
Your question. In the 1960s TV series Flipper, what kind of animal was Flipper?
A dog?
Flipper. Flipper. Like a flipper. What animal has a flipper?
Oh, a duck. What? Come on.
Dolphin.
Oh, my God. Okay. I might just have to just end this now because this is going to be terrible.
Are you surprised every time
you call a trivia show and you don't know anything?
You're like, I can't believe I missed that one.
It's like me trying to play tennis and I'll have arms.
Right.
This is one of those trivia shows where you listen to the show, you know all the questions when you're listening, and then when you're on the spot, you don't know anything.
But you're not on the spot. You called. I mean, if I ran up to you at work and said, answer this question, I'm putting you on the spot. But, like, you called, waited on hold, we came to you, did exactly what we said we'd do, which is ask you questions. You are not on the spot. You just don't know a lot.
I know.
Here's your question. In the movie Home Alone, what was the nickname of the burglars?
The Wet Bandits.
Holy Christ.
All right, I didn't know if you wanted their nickname or their actual names.
I would have taken either.
Harry and Marv.
It was Harry and Marv.
Yeah.
All right.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
A little short on college funds? BECU has your back. Our student loans are fixed rate, and they have no origination fees or prepayment penalties. It's just another way we put BECU members first. Check out our student loans at becu.org/student loans. BECU, power in people. Financing is subject to BECU membership, credit approval, and other underwriting criteria. Not every applicant will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Gave us Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Yes, indeed. We had Chad on there, and Chad, honestly...
11 questions.
11 questions, and I was debating, do we quit? Do we start drinking? Do we just start screaming expletives? But some texts came in regarding our friend Chad there. I'll just read them in order. Oh, my God, wake the monster. Dump this MFer. This hurts. Release the monster. F this guy. Not possible. This dude makes my brain hurt. Rochester, New York Public Schools at its finest. Monster, please. I'm confident I can call in now. That from Hip Hop Brian. Kick this jackass off. Oh, my God, hang up on this guy. It's infuriating. Cut this bitch off. Next caller. Jackass. Cut this tool off. Dump this chump. This guy is effing, and I won't even finish that. And then this one comes in. Boys, my deepest sympathies. I felt bad listening to that guy get the question about Flipper wrong.
Big Dummy!
What did he say, duck? Jesus Christ.
First he said a dog.
Right?
I mean, some of those questions are just like, you don't have to watch Flipper to know who Flipper is.
I never watched Flipper in my goddamn life. I know who Flipper is. And if you said name an animal with a flipper, say either it's a seal or a dolphin. Right? Jesus Christ. Or a guy who likes to get people to bird. Hello, David. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola!
Hola!
David, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I haven't started work yet, so I'm sober.
All right, David. It's a great time to get drunk.
It really is. Okay, our Men's Room poll. Right. Never again. Will it be drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
It'll have to be porn, guys.
Porn's gone. Okay.
Man, oh, man.
Gonna have to use our imaginations again.
For that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too, man. But, you know, porn sometimes is like hamburger helper. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it, but, man, sometimes it's pretty awesome when it shows up.
Yeah. Sure, but I mean, I need my cell phone to go to sporting events. You made a good point. I need a TV to watch sports. I need a car to get to work. So,
I mean, I get it, man.
He's making valid points.
Yep. All of your points are very valid. I'm a deplorable human being, is clearly what the case is, but
I mean, you could still, honestly, nowadays, like, I don't know, there's just so many hot chicks on the internet. Like, I don't really need porn.
I mean, I don't need porn. I just really, really like it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what about, Sports Illustrated Simpson edition? There you go.
That's why they put it out. All right, here's your question. What did RMS stand for, as in the RMS Titanic?
Man, my mother-in-law would kill me because she loves cruising, and I don't know this one. So, something Marine?
Royal Majesty ship?
Royal Mail Ship.
Oh.
Yeah. They all lost their mail. All right. Your question. Estrogen enhances which of the 5 senses?
Estrogen?
Mm-hmm.
Probably nose. You smell it.
Smell it.
Good job, man.
Nice job.
I wouldn't have guessed that in 10 million years. Mike instantly guessed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I feel like that's, whenever somebody's estrogen is high, I feel like that's one thing that they always talk about, that they can smell everything that smells.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
my wife was pregnant, man. Suddenly, I mean, it was like the dog. She could smell everything. Like, I hate the smell of fill in the blank, of dry paint of the wall in the spare bedroom. Like, you can smell that. She's like, yes, I can. I thought for sure it would be like a vision thing, right? Because I feel like just as a dude, no matter what color I look at, if I say that color out loud, I'm instantly corrected. If I say, hey, man, that's purple, she's like, it's not purple, it's something I've heard of.
Violet.
But, right, I mean, you're just never right. No matter what you say, you did not say the right color.
And they can find things that aren't there. Hey, grab the thing out of the fridge. It's not in here. No, it's right here.
I think it's sabotage. Mm-hmm. I really do.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Bichola.
Hola.
Joe, are you sober or not sober?
I was sober until I had to listen to Chad, and then...
I feel you, brother.
Dude, seriously, I wanted to grab a bottle of whiskey and start chugging.
I had to. I'm sorry. Yeah, but there we go.
Joe, never again. Drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
God, I would love to never want to have to drive again. The cell phone, I'd love to give that up, but, that's a necessity these days. What was the other one? The porn, and what was the other one?
Cell phone, television, drive, or porn?
Oh, I could give up the television until the Kraken. Okay.
Until tonight.
For 3 years, had to turn one on, and then, boom, now we got the Kraken. So I'm just imagining porn now.
Wow. Okay. All right, here's a question. What is charcoal and saltpeter mixed with to make gunpowder?
Charcoal and... Oh, God. Sulfur?
All right.
Done. All right. Well, listen.
Nice.
You're one and done.
Not done, Chad.
You get a...
Yeah, suck it, Chad.
Hey, Chad, you hear that? You got an answer. We ambushed him and everything. We put him on the spot and he nailed it. All right there. Joe, before we let you go, you get a true or false question. And it is May the 4th, Star Wars Day, so it is a Star Wars-inspired true or false question. True or false? The Ewoks were into autoerotic asphyxiation.
What?
That's good. True or false?
True or false, dude?
Into autoerotic asphyxiation.
Read the lore, moron.
Those little short freaks.
Yeah, I got to think those freaky little snuggle bears are into that.
100% correct. The Ewoks were into autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah.
How'd you figure that out?
Hey, man, you have to watch the director's cut. It took a lot of work, but yeah, there's some scenes they had to take out of there. They didn't feel it would go over well with the kids. Dangling from trees,
Yeah. They use the small garbage bags like you use in bathroom. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Then he walked over with a bag on his head. Oh, my God.
Nom, nom.
Hello, David. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, what's going on?
Hola. David, sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right, David, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, never again. Will it be drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
Television.
Television. All right.
All right. What would you miss most if you couldn't watch TV?
Oh, wow. Smoking weed.
Okay. That's your weed buddy. I get it. Get stoned, watch TV.
I thought you were asking like a show.
That's kind of where I was going, but weed.
I can't imagine not watching football.
Just the idea of it makes me angry.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why certain guys, you pick your wedding dates. It's like, look, I don't need a specific date. It cannot be during football season. Because if a game's on, right, and it's a good game, no offense, I know it's our anniversary, but I kind of don't care in that moment. I don't want to be that guy.
Bernie got married at the Reagan Building in D.C. This is a very nice part of town, very nice building.
Yeah.
But his wife insisted on this Saturday. That Saturday happened to be Maryland-Florida State. It was a very good game. The reception was delayed by almost half an hour because we were all in the back room watching the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, man,
the bar was open, so people didn't really notice, but Bernie was like, we're not going out there until we know this game's over.
Okay. See, I like a star. All right, there, David, here's your question. What does AM stand for in radio?
AM. Let me see. Amplified magnetism. I don't know.
Stands for amplitude modulation. Or as they say on AM radio, amplitude modulation. All right, your question. What does AM stand for, as in before noon?
What? Say again?
What does AM stand for, as in before noon?
I'm not tracking her. You do it.
Amplified. Wait, no.
What in the hell is going on?
I don't know. I'm in Everett. That'll tell you enough right there.
Well, that's what happens in Everett.
Yeah.
What? That sounds like Everett.
I'm in Everett.
Gotta love it. Say again now.
What does AM stand for, as in before noon? So like 9 a.m.
I have no idea. I'm done.
You know?
Honestly, I don't.
After midnight. Ante-meridian. And PM is post-meridian.
What? Huh. Wow. Okay.
All right, your question. The fairy tale The Snow Queen inspired what Disney film?
Snow White.
Frozen? Frozen.
Actually, we had another version. Mickey's Big Coke Adventure.
Featuring the Snow Queen. Hey, Mick, you won't get high?
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so high. Want to see the whole park?
Your question. The 2007 movie Balls of Fury was about what sport?
Auto racing.
What was your guess?
Auto racing.
Auto racing for balls?
The Balls of Fury was about ping pong.
That is an underrated movie.
The Balls of Fury?
Yes.
I have not seen it.
Miles, have you seen it?
No.
You would love it.
Okay.
It is one of those, like, kind of like a Will Ferrell movie. It is super dumb. You got to watch it like a couple times, but now every time I watch it, it's like funnier each time.
Okay. All right.
Question number 5.
Question number 5. India is part of what continent?
Asia.
All right. Very good.
The subcontinent, I believe.
Is in Everett. Yeah. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Guess who it is, Ted?
James.
James, welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. James, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober James, welcome to the program and Big Dummy. On our men's room poll, never again will it be drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
Much like everyone else, I think I'm going to have to go porn.
Porn it is.
Man, oh man. Porn is taking a beating.
Hey-o.
Thank you, Mike. All right, your question. What is the primary ingredient in hummus?
Primary ingredient in hummus?
In hummus, yes.
Garbanzo beans?
That's it.
Bingo!
Not tahini, that's a fact.
Tell you what.
Very little tahini.
All right, we're going to give you a true or false question in honor of Star Wars Day, May the 4th. True or false, Jabba the Hutt had diabetes?
That's not what killed him, but Probably true.
True. Jabba the Hutt, in fact, had diabetes.
Big bulging eyes. He's way overweight.
It was so obvious. It was very. Say, you look at him, you're like, he's got the diabetes.
Eats worms.
That's why he doesn't have legs.
Oh, see, that's exactly it. It was right there. Yeah. Jabba the Hutt. Guess who it is, Ted?
James 2?
James 2. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
James, sober, not sober?
I'm not sober.
All right, James, welcome to Big Dummy. What are you taking there on our men's room poll for never again? Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
It's a tough one. It's between television and driving, but I'd go with driving. I've gone 5 years without driving, so.
All right, good for you, man.
All right. Here is your question. Gluten is the protein that comes from combining wheat flour and what?
That's a good question.
Thank you so much.
That I do not know the answer to.
I would have had no idea. Water? Water.
Starch.
Yeah, just water. That's it. All right, your question. What dog is named for the German word for snout?
Shepherd?
Dachshund?
Schnauzer.
Schnauzer.
So you got a big schnoz, right?
It's right there. It's right there. I would have thought that either.
See how proudly I said Dachshund?
Well, because it's a German name.
I couldn't put my nose on it.
Hey-o. All right, your question. What are the names of the rival gangs in West Side Story?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's been like 20 plus years since I've even
I'll give you a hint.
seen that.
One is the name of a real football team. One is the name of a fictional football team from a movie.
But there's also one that's named after an actual hockey team, which would be the fictional football team. Right.
They're both hockey teams.
Yeah, they're both hockey
The
teams.
Jets? The Jets?
The Jets is one. All right.
Okay. Rangers.
Sharks.
No.
Jets into Sharks.
Winnipeg,
Oh,
Ted.
man.
Yeah. I got confused with Jets. I was like, Jets a real team, guys.
It just doesn't seem like it in years.
I was thinking about any
they
given
just don't
Sunday
seem like it.
with the Sharks, Willie Beeman.
Oh, right. By the way, Miles Silver points out here, Jabba the Hutt had diabetes and sold Miles to weed. Or sold weed to Miles. Yeah, that is a true story.
Till I cut that off.
Don't call him by name.
All right, your question. What is nicknamed Big Ben at the Palace of Westminster?
The clock.
But everybody thinks, believe it or not, the clock is just called the clock. It's the bell.
Oh.
The bell is actually Big Ben.
Wow.
Parliament.
Fine cigarette in the place of business. All right, your question. What was the name of the monkey on Speed Racer?
Charles.
Chim
I have
Chim.
no idea.
It was Chim Chim.
Question 6. Chim Chim.
Charles was his cousin. All right, your question. Prehistory refers to the era before what? Prehistory refers to the era before what? You got it, Mike.
Right. BC?
Writing. So before writing was, they call it prehistory.
Question 7.
All right. The Zodiac Killer, the Son of Sam, the Boston Strangler, or Jack the Ripper. How was Albert DeSalvo better known?
That would be, can you give me the choices one more time?
Zodiac Killer, Son of Sam, Boston Strangler, or Jack the Ripper?
Boston Strangler.
Well done. Know your serial killers.
Because they never caught Jack and they didn't catch the Zodiac Killer as well. Is that correct?
I know they didn't get Jack the Ripper.
I don't believe they got the Zodiac. I think they identified him after he had passed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That sounds about right.
I believe. And that wasn't too long ago, like within the last 5 years, I think. More of Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Men's Room World Tour, stop number 2 happening Sunday. Tony V's Garage in Everett from 3 until 6.
Let's go.
Pre-funk before the Shinedown show at the Angel of the Winds Arena. Tony V's about 2 blocks away from the Everett Event.
Yeah.
By the way, From Ashes to New, the opening act. We're going to stop by and play a couple acoustic tunes for everybody.
It's awfully nice.
Very cool of them to do that. Maybe some surprise guests. We will have the beer, the sausage, the salsa. Absolutely free. And we have tickets for you to win the Shinedown.
Correct.
So keep in mind, it's a free event. You're going to the show, stop by. If you need something to do, stop by Tony V's Garage on Sunday from 3 till 6.
Yeah, 3 to 6 is nice. You're right. Maybe you're going to the show. Maybe you just live in Everett or Marysville or Stanwood.
Stop on by and see us.
Like Stevens.
Stop number 2.
Sound like Paul Stanley.
I know. I was going to say, I'm going to name every town.
Tony V's from 3 till 6.
Machias.
Yes, why not? The game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Brian, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, Brian, welcome to Big Dummy.
No,
okay. Our Men's Room poll, never again. You taking driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I gotta go with porn.
Porn's out.
Man, oh man, porn is just getting killed today.
Okay.
All right, Brian, here is your question, multiple choice. Coffee, sugar, tobacco, or wheat? What agricultural crop is Cuba's main export?
What was the third one? Coffee, sugar, wheat, and what?
Coffee, sugar, tobacco, or wheat?
I'm gonna go with sugar.
Yep. Yeah, it's gotta be that.
That's what I was trying to mouth to you, sugar.
Oh, I thought you were hitting on me. All right there, Brian, hang on. It's May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So the 50-50 is true and false Star Wars trivia. This put together by our very own D. Ted Smith. True or false, Han Solo's index finger on his left hand smelled like feet?
True.
That is correct. Most people don't know that. The index finger specifically on his left hand did, in fact, smell like feet. Weird thing.
His feet?
No one's quite sure whose feet they smell like, Ted. That's what made everyone real uncomfortable.
And you're right. I wrote the questions. I should have done more research.
I feel like you would know the answer, yeah. Can you clear that up next time?
My bad, dude.
Hello, Jack. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Jack, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Jack, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, what are you taking on our poll? Never again. Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
Porn.
Porn's got it.
Porn. Sorry. All right, pornless Jack. That sounds like a bad movie. Little pornless Jack. All right, Jack, your question.
His beanstalk didn't work.
Oh, damn. Jack, what state has more tornadoes per square mile than any other?
More tornadoes per square mile. Nebraska?
Oklahoma? Nope. It's not going to be anywhere you think. Illinois. This blew my mind. Florida.
Huh.
Probably as a direct result of all the hurricanes, but yeah,
okay.
More tornadoes per square mile than any other state. All right, Jack, what is a female fox called? Yeah. Glinda.
A foxette.
A foxette.
That's not bad.
Come on, female fox.
Female fox?
There was a bad 80s band with this name.
Fleet.
No, all chicks. Vixen. That is
Vixen.
correct. Yep.
Oh, I had no idea.
Ooh, get over here, you little vixen.
Works every time, Ted.
So, in the song Foxy Lady, is he talking to a dude?
As opposed to just saying Vixen?
Yeah.
You know, if Jimmy were alive, we'd ask him, so Jimmy, Foxy Lady, you talking to a dude named Lady?
Vixen chick.
All right, your question. What major river runs through Rome?
The Jordan?
Rome? Tiber. Tiber River.
Tiber River. I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
You never heard of the Tiber River?
No.
Okay. Or Shannon Sharp thinks it's called the Tiger River, but it is in fact the Tiber River. All right, what city is mentioned first in the song Turn the Page?
I don't know. No clue.
There's a city mentioned in Turn the Page.
Yes, there is.
I mean, right
toward the city before about being on the road.
It's on a long and lonesome highway.
East of Omaha.
East of
Omaha, that's correct.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be east of Omaha.
You don't want to be anywhere around Omaha. If you're from Omaha, I apologize, but you know I'm telling the truth. All right, what brand of motorcycle does Tom Cruise ride in the movie Top Gun?
Indian.
He's on a Yamaha.
Kawasaki.
Damn it.
I got a Yamaha.
I used to, too.
I love that thing.
A Yamaha.
Mm-hmm. Very reliable.
All right, your question. How many sizes does the Grinch's heart grow on Christmas Day?
3 sizes.
There you go. You know, in theory, he should see a medical practitioner.
Mm-hmm. That's not a good thing.
Hey, Grinch, I mean, Merry Christmas and all, but dude, your heart expanded 300%. That's bad.
You must have a block.
Yeah, that's bad.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROD.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Eric, you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Team Not Sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Never again.
What up, man?
Is it driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I might have to go with everybody and just give up the porn.
Porn is gone. Okay.
A lot of texters are saying anyone that picks porn is lying to themselves. And by the way, Ted, someone wanted to clear up Han Solo's index finger on his left hand. It does, in fact, smell like feet. They believe it's Wookiee feet.
Oh, that's
smells
the
like
worst.
Wookiee feet, yes. All right, your question. What movie popularized the phrase, you had me at hello?
Oh, man, that was a terrible movie.
Come on, Eric, you know it.
That's that.
Come on.
Jerry Maguire.
Boom. You got it. Once you said terrible movie, he's like, ooh, it'll come to me. All right, your 50-50 question. In honor of May the 4th, Star Wars Day, again, our very own Ted Smith diligently put this together for us. True or false, Lando Calrissian once screamed, where are the white women at?
I mean,
Ted Smith, resident Star Wars expert.
Yeah.
So it must be true.
Yeah.
Damn right it is.
Correct. Yeah,
the more you know.
He was known for that, yeah.
That was right after he got back from, that place.
Yeah, where are the white women at? Yeah.
With a Colt 45 in his hand.
That's right.
And the newer ones, because he's seen more movies, he asked where the blue women are.
I know. Now, once you go blue.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROD.
That sounds like a Star Wars question I would actually write.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Sober, not sober?
I am sober.
All right. Men's room poll, never again. Will it be driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
Have to pick porn with most other people.
Porn. Porn is killing it today.
Everyone's going to be driving angry. That's what that tells me. Roads are going to be dangerous.
People are going to be really frustrated.
All right, Tom, here is your question. What biblical figure was the founder of Judaism?
Well, that kind of depends on the question. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Well, then I would probably say Jesus.
Moses.
Abraham. Now, this is just me, all right? I have founded this big religion that's sweeping the world. It'd be like Steveism. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Abraham, and I'd be like, it's going to be called Abrahandism for the rest of time. You need bigger egos sometimes. Yeah, Abrahandism. Yeah. They originally cut it on Judaism, bro.
Who gets credit for Christianity? Because Jesus is basically starting it, but he doesn't call it that. And he gets baptized by John the Baptist.
Would it just be his disciples for following him?
I guess you're probably right. It's probably the disciples.
Christians, so they follow Christ. So.
Yeah.
Well, he was still the king of the Jews.
Called Christians at Antioch.
They say the Christians what now?
They were first called Christians at Antioch.
Oh, okay. We're getting deep in the Bible today.
We had Antioch downtown. Nice little university.
Yes, we did. Antioch University.
That's right.
That's where I went to the broken ATM machine, and luckily the guy was there, got my card for me, because I couldn't believe anyone was stupid enough to put their card in a broken ATM machine. All right, your question. If someone is taking your axillary temperature, where have they put the thermometer?
On your forehead?
In your butt.
Nope. Under your arm.
Armpit.
Gross, Miles.
God, Miles.
My mom used to do that.
Really?
Actually, it was more my grandmother, because she was a nurse, and that was the most accurate way to get a temperature then.
Yeah, but it's just like, hey, I'm kind of sick. Like, we could be off by half a degree. Just go for the mouse.
She just did
you know what I mean? We don't need to know exactly what my temperature is,
would
Grandma.
you want me to put that in my mouth after where it was?
I'm not saying use the same thermometer, but like, Grandma, for Christmas, we bought you an oral thermometer. Use this on me. All right, the question. What singer holds the record for the most Grammy nominations with 88?
I would say Elvis.
Not Elvis Presley. It's
What
the
year was
current
it?
singer. It's current singer. And they hold the record for the most Grammy nominations with 88. They might even have the record for the most actual Grammy wins.
Mariah Carey?
What's her face? Beyonce.
I was going to say Beyonce.
Queen.
I still don't understand that.
What's that?
The whole Beyonce thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't hear a ton of her music all the time. And it's like, if she puts out an album, it's just got to be the greatest album of all time. Every time.
No, I agree. I hear that all the time. And I don't know anyone that likes her. I don't know people that dislike her. But, I mean, I don't know anyone who likes her. You meet people that love Taylor Swift. Meet people that love Mariah Carey, Adele. You go through all that. And I'm like, all right, I get it. Because there does seem to be a fan base. But, like, Beyonce, you're right. Like, people go crazy, but just the law of averages would suggest that you rub shoulders with a massive Beyonce fan, right? And I've never done it.
Yeah.
Not once.
She can't win every award every time.
Oh, apparently she can, Ted.
Yeah.
All right, your question. With over 500 million followers, what athlete is the most followed person on Instagram?
Tom Brady.
Say Ronaldo.
It is Ronaldo. 500 million followers. That is crazy. I believe he's also the highest paid athlete as well.
He is till next year.
What's happening next year?
Oh, the Saudis are going to pay a ton of money for Messi to go over there and play in the league.
Oh, that's right. Yep. All right, your question. What is the two-letter postal abbreviation for the state of Maine?
M.E.
You got it.
Well
Nice
done.
work. Nice work.
Well done.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Julie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Julie, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right.
That is disappointing. No Bud Light?
I know, no. I've been sitting in Harborview today, so I am driving home now.
Why are you at Harborview?
Yeah. My brother was in a head-on collision with a dump truck.
Oh, jeez,
Is he doing okay?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly. Nothing too severe except his hip is completely shattered.
Oh, no. That
so
sounds
he's
pretty
awaiting
severe.
surgery. Yeah, it's pretty severe, but he's
Okay.
lucky.
I'm glad he's alive. All right, Julie,
Yeah.
never again. Are you going to take driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I'm going to go porn.
Porn? All right.
You guys are killing me today.
What is your favorite porn category that you normally go to there, Julie?
Oh, that's personal.
Yes, it is.
I kind of go for threesomes. But
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm down with that. Okay.
Devils or regular?
So I'm going to say radio personalities. We're setting up our OnlyFans soon.
That's right.
All right. Here is your question.
Yeah, we'll move on.
What is the capital?
Devil smile.
Yeah, devils.
Devils.
What is the capital of Missouri?
Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The capital of Missouri.
Let's talk about Missouri last night.
Did you bring up the capital?
Nah, just that they were on the wrong side of the Civil War beef.
God, I can't think of a city. Crap, I don't know. I can't think of one.
Jefferson City?
It is Jefferson City. Boom.
I literally met somebody last night. She was a Missouri graduate. We said, go Tigers, and finished a little rhyme. Because my friend went to Missouri, and then we just started BSing. She was like, yeah, it's just that whole bleeding Kansas thing. I was like, yeah. You guys are on the wrong side.
Yeah. All right. And what country is the Parthenon located?
Oh, country. What country? Is it Greece?
Yeah. Nice job, Julie.
There you go. It was in fact Greece.
Bud Light Julie coming through with legit reason not to be drinking Bud Light. And
I know.
like,
Right?
I'm in Harborview. Okay.
Can you get a beer in a hospital?
No.
I don't think so either.
I will tell you this. I knew an emergency room nurse, they have beer in there, but just because some people drink so much, when they literally have to give them a beer so they'll stop shaking.
Okay. Damn.
But my buddy was dating her, so we tried to drink them.
What kind of beer was it, do you know?
I don't know if I want to say.
Hang on.
Come on.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I dig that.
I think they just got local 12-pack.
Hello, Dion. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, amigas.
Hola. Dion, are you sober or not sober?
Here we go.
Well, I'm sober, but that's subject to a very quick change.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm working on it right now.
All right.
Okay.
Dion, what are you taking never again? Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
Television.
Television, gone. Okay.
All right, Dan, here's your question. A man by the name of Frank Wathernam was the last inmate to leave what prison?
Oh, that's Alcatraz.
Nice job, Dion. Nice job.
All right, before we let you go, it's May the 4th. We have our true or false Star Wars questions. This entire list curated by our very own The Ted Smith, a.k.a. the Star Wars expert. So here is your question. Here is your question. Emperor Palpatine enjoyed having his toes sucked.
Okay. I guess that's a thing.
So you're saying true. Dion, you're the man.
Yeah.
Quality time.
I like he just accepted it. Not true. Just
All right.
Yep, all right.
All right, whatever you're into.
All right. Not my thing, but if that's get you there, go ahead.
That's what the Emperor wants. Hello, Jeb. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola. Jeb, sober or not sober?
Not sober, hitting the Benjamin.
Okay. All right, Jeb, never again. Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
We're going to have to go with TV on that one, Miles.
Okay, Jeb.
All right, Jeb. Here's your question. Speaking of TV, on what street did TV's Desperate Housewives live?
Ooh.
I'm not a middle-aged woman, so I don't know that one. So I'm going to go with Uranus Avenue.
Uranus Avenue.
First of all, it was a lane.
It was a lane.
Wisteria?
Wisteria.
Wisteria.
All right, Jeb, your question. What company has a mascot named Poppin' Fresh?
Poppin' Fresh. That's a Pillsbury, baby.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He also has a ridiculous shoe collection.
Who's that? Pillsbury Doughboy?
The Poppin'
Poppin' Fresh?
Yeah, that's really why they call him
If you go by the name Poppin' Fresh, you know when he's not on camera. Dude's got ice. He put his grill back in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, his other nickname is Poppin' Tags. I mean, everything's fresh, clean, only wears socks once, throws them away.
And the other mascots know him very well, yeah.
Yeah, he runs in a circle most people wouldn't even realize.
And his voice is actually about this deep. And I real poke my belly, see what the F happens.
Or a Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
This episode is brought to you by Southern Company. Southern Company is making energy clean, smart, and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. Southern Company, building the future of energy. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
That chef has the worst things you can eat on a plane. Coming up with Ted's Meat and Potatoes right after the game known as Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Lisa, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Lisa, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, never again. What are you giving up? Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
Tough choices, gentlemen. Let's go with TV.
Television, TV, keeping the porn. I dig it.
All right, like you.
All right, Lisa. Here is your question. Manny, Mo, and Jack are better known as the what boys?
The Pet Boys.
Yes, indeed. The Pet Boys.
Oh,
Manny, Mo, and Jack?
Pet Boys.
Yeah, like the auto place?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
You never see them all?
Yep.
They got their three faces on there.
All the time. All right, Lisa. It is May the 4th. You're one and done. This is your true or false Star Wars question. Are you ready?
I am dreading it. I am not the biggest Star Wars fan.
All right, it's true or false. You got a 50-50 shot
She's
on
not
this.
ready.
Not ready. All right.
Wait for it.
True or false, Boba Fett suffered from crippling diarrhea?
Oh my God. I gotta go with true on that because that's
Yes, Boba Fett had crippling
And it's
diarrhea.
so hard to get out of all that armor.
Oh, he hated that.
Every time
when
you
he
have
had to go, man, it took a hot minute. That's why he's so grumpy. Hello, Brendan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Brendan, sober, not sober?
I'm sober right now.
Okay, Brendan. Okay, never again. What are you doing? Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I think I'm still going to go with that TV like pretty much everybody else.
Television. Well, a lot of people are picking porn, believe it or not.
I'm shocked people are picking TV.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, because like we said, you can still watch it on your phone. Nobody wants to watch the Super Bowl on their phone, but you can, you know?
Yeah.
In a pinch, you can do it. It's like being on the plane. If it's not Delta, everyone breaks on their phone. If it's sporting events on, everyone's got their phone out. You're watching it.
I'm with you. There's just few things that give me as much joy as watching a sporting event or like a long day and it's 9 o'clock. Like, let's just lock into the show on the tube.
Yeah, or just get stoned to watch something stupid.
Yeah.
All right, there, Brendan. Here's your question. What pharmaceutical company manufactures Viagra?
I don't know, Pfizer.
Boom.
Got it, man. One and done.
Take care about your penis.
Nice job.
All right, hang on.
Well, the expensive stuff.
It's your May the 4th, true or false Star Wars related question. Your question, true or false, Chewbacca's last name is Sipowicz?
Sipowicz.
Yes, Chewbacca Sipowicz. Oh, I'm afraid that's true. Chewbacca Sipowicz.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
That was actually because of Star Wars. That was the inspiration for Sipowicz on NYPD.
That is 100% correct. Google it for yourself.
Big Dummy!
Hello? Marshall, welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hola.
Marshall, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Marshall, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what are you doing here on the poll? Never again. Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
Well, you say driving, Nick. You not driving, or I just can't be in the car anymore?
Yeah, you can be in a car. You just can't drive.
Oh, okay. Driving and driving. There's too many services out there.
All right.
He was trying to make sure he could keep his porn. See?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right, if I can Uber, I can keep my porn. Cool. All right, Marshall, here is your question. In what century was the original Star Trek set?
What century?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be the 20th century?
And what century was the show set? So yes.
Oh, set. I'm sorry. The 23rd century?
Damn. Marshall with the big brain.
Man, oh man, every time I'm done with you.
Marshall, every time you're on the show, I don't think you've gone more than 2 questions ever.
Yeah, I'm one of those black nerds, so there you go.
All right, black nerd, Marshall.
Sounds like a superhero.
I know. The black nerd is
What is that? Look up in the sky.
Quick, call the black nerd.
My dad used to call it the N-word nerd. That's what he used to call it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow. Okay, no. Whoa, wow.
We'll call you double N.
I just needed help with algebra.
It's 2023. Can't we just call you a nerd?
Who do we call? Black nerd.
Black nerd. All right, Marshall. Here is your May the 4th Star Wars related true or false question. Again, this entire list curated by our very own Ted Smith. True or false, Chewbacca is less hairy than 3 of the Kardashian sisters. True or false?
I'll go with false.
Oh, I'm afraid that's true.
Some hairy,
he is,
hairy
in
people.
fact, yeah.
You just don't see them with all their hairs. They do a lot of waxing.
And they keep their clothes on, but yeah, give them 1 month, see them naked, couldn't tell the difference between them and Chewbacca. Even Chewbacca, first time he saw him, was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Spencer. Welcome to the men's room.
Aloha.
Hola.
Spencer, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Spencer, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, never again. Driving, television, cell phone, or porn? Where are you going?
Driving.
Driving is done.
All right. Somebody comments, I see a trend. All the Star Wars, true or false, have been true. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, what can I say, man? To me, these questions are obvious.
Ted, why?
Listen, man, I was up all night working on these questions, and so far they've been true. Correct. But true or false, there could be false ones.
There could be. But, hey, man, you put in the effort. And I know you were up super late.
I know, I was texting you guys.
And that's why I didn't respond. I was in bed after singing to orphan puppies.
Right, and then Miles reminded me, we're not up that late. We stay up Thursday night. I was
that's
sorry.
Correct. Tonight. Right. Come on, man.
I'm just freaking out over here.
I know. You're so tired. But thank you. All right, your question. What sport did James Naismith invent?
Basketball.
Boom.
Got it.
Good job.
One and done.
Another one and done. Back to Ted's list that he stayed up late working on. Your May the 4th Star Wars related true or false question. And The Empire Strikes Back, Luke was stunned and screamed no when he found out that his father was Nick Cannon.
True.
Yeah. Damn right. Yeah. And they heard the news. No. Yeah. Most people did not know that. Mm-hmm. Nick Cannon. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Kevin, sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Kevin, welcome to Big Dummy. Men's room poll. Never again. Driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I'm going to go with Marshall's answer on the driving. I like that. I like that reasoning.
Okay.
All right. By the way, it says, you guys are so full of S. Chewbacca's last name is not Sipowicz. Yes, it is. Chewbacca Sipowicz.
Dude, don't call me a liar.
I mean, what do I have to do? I'm sorry. The man's name's Chewbacca Sipowicz.
Makes an amazing potato locky.
Oh, my God. If you have not had Chewy's potato locky, I don't even know if you've lived.
Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, your question. NASCAR is an acronym for what?
Ooh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have any guess for NASCAR?
National
Association.
Starting car about racing.
National Association
Stock Car Auto Racing?
Yep. National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing. It just rolls off the tongue. Mm-hmm. All right, your question. What is currently the longest running scripted primetime TV show?
I'm going to go with South Park.
Ooh, not a bad guess.
Simpsons?
The Simpsons. Ted, let's see somebody here. Ted Smith, where did you get your Star Wars info from? Because Chewbacca does not have a last name.
He stayed up all night.
You know what's
watching
shocking
all
to
the
me
movies.
is that's the only question that anyone has questioned of all of you. We've asked, did Boba Fett suffer crippling diarrhea? True. No one questioned it. Ewoks into autoerotic asphyxiation. True. No one questioned it. Jabba the Hutt had diabetes. No one questioned it. Emperor Palpatine enjoyed having his toes sucked. No one questioned it. Chewbacca, less hairy than 3 of the Kardashian sisters. Obviously, no one questioned it. Han Solo's index finger on his left hand smelled like feet. No one questioned it. Lando Calrissian once screamed, "Where the white women at?" Nobody questioned it.
Not one question.
Luke Skywalker stunned to find out that his father's Nick Cannon. No one questioned it.
That would not be shocking.
But Chewbacca's last name, Sipowicz, people have a problem with that one.
They
obviously, you messed up on that one.
Come on,
do a little more research and verify, okay?
Actually, I went to the guy that invented Star Wars. I went to his place.
Yeah, the guy that invented Star Wars. Can't think of
George Lucas.
Yes.
Yeah, as I call him, Giorgio.
Oh, George.
Jorge.
Hey, Jorge, it's me.
Jorge Lucas.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
Thank
I
you
just
so
wish
much.
these other nerds would get off my back.
Act like Tad doesn't know what he's doing.
Sorry, you're not big enough fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like Star Wars a little more?
You can be a white nerd.
I know. All right, Kevin, here's your question.
Nerd.
What is the second longest running scripted primetime TV show? It's also on Fox.
South Park.
He's just going to say South Park. Family Guy.
I'm going to keep saying South Park so you get to number 5.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
All right, your question. In what movie does Tom Cruise play a character trying to save the last unicorn?
Last unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Mission Impossible 9.
Right?
Nah. You gave out the last 6 cars, one and done. This is bad. Unicorn.
He wasn't a labyrinth.
Oh, guys, I don't know.
Legend.
Question 5, Kevin.
Your question, which continent has no active volcanoes?
Antarctica.
That was my guess. And
Australia.
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 Losers.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Well, you can day walk to the highest mountain in Australia within you can seriously walk up there, come back down, go to dinner. Yeah.
Go to dinner.
Because people try to do the 7 continents. They often finish in Australia because it's just a walk.
That's the easy one. Right.
A walkabout.
Well done, Ted. Mm-hmm. All right, your question. Ham is taken from what part of a pig?
The belly.
Dead ass.
The thigh.
Hind leg, yeah.
Oh, that was I had bad information on that one right there.
Who gave you bad info on ham?
Who's your ham guy?
I'm just interested.
Man, there's
You lied to me about ham, mother.
tons of those people out there.
Right.
Brother, I asked you about ham. You made me look stupid.
Was this AI ham information?
You're right.
I'll never be invited to Easter again.
Talking some dumbass chat bot.
Ham misinformation.
Right. Don't trust what you hear about ham, dog. Throwing it out there.
It's propaganda, man.
I know.
Check out my YouTube channel, Ham, for real, the files.
For real. Ham for real.
Ham for real.
Yeah. I break down all the conspiracies, man. Surrounding ham.
Ham for real.
Ham
The channel.
The channel. For real.
All right. Here's your question. What term is applied to animals that are not nocturnal?
Can't see for real.
Man, my God, fucking idiot. Non-nocturnal.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but technically diurnal.
Diurnal.
Daywalkers.
I'm not sure I've ever heard
Daywalkers. Oh, by the way, Ted, now you're getting support. It says Ted is right about Chewie's last name. If people read the books that Star Wars is based on, they would know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I went back and read those books.
Yeah. Chewbacca Sipowicz. All right. Your question, uranium, gold, vibranium, or antimatter? What is the most expensive substance on Earth?
Uranium.
Antimatter.
Really?
Antimatter.
Yep.
Question number 9.
9.
All right, question number. Since you're such a fan of South Park, obviously, who is Stan's sister on South Park?
Ooh.
Well, now you caught me up. I don't know.
Man, I mean, I'm just going in order of the questions. Here's a South Park question. I'm like, he's got it.
She's the one with the braces, right?
Shelley.
Shelley.
Question 10.
She had a song dedicated to her in the early seasons.
Shelley.
All right. Your question. In Greek mythology, just listen to the name. In Greek mythology, Athena turned, Arachne into what type of creature? So in Greek mythology, Athena turned Arachne into what type of creature?
Snake.
Spider. Hence, arachnophobia.
Question 11.
Arachnids, etc.
That makes sense.
Question number 11. All right. What is the only sign of the zodiac which is not represented by a living thing? Mike got it instantly. It's represented by scales. Everything else is an animal of some kind.
My wife would kill me for this. I don't know. She would know it. I don't know it.
Just take a guess. Take a stab.
Not a living animal.
Yeah, the only sign of the zodiac not represented.
Pisces is fish.
Correct. Aries is a ram.
Aquarian is a human.
The Lee one. Libra?
Libra! Now your wife can't kill you.
Holy cow. Very good.
By the way, Ted, you have earned a new name.
All right.
Jean-Claude Van Ham.
Jean-Claude Van Ham.
Yeah. So it was a ham for real?
Yeah, ham for real.
Ham for real.
Channel. Exposing fake ham propaganda.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Jeff, are you sober or not sober?
Driving home, unfortunately. Still sober still.
All right. It's all right, Jeff. Men's room poll, never again will it be driving, television, cell phone, or porn?
I gotta give up TV.
Television's gone.
No, television's gone.
I can't even go to some countries.
All right, Ted, you probably already know this.
Okay.
You probably already know this. And I know people are splitting hairs. They said Ted was only partially right about Chewbacca's last name. Sipowicz is his married name, maiden name, Chewbacca Jabberwocky. Look, we know that, but by the time his story took place in Star Wars, he had been married, and that's when it was Sipowicz.
What was the question? What was his name? What is his last name?
Correct.
What is his last name? Right. Thank you, Mike. That
people
was the
are
question.
splitting hairs on it. It's unbelievable.
Unreal.
Jesus. All right.
Most of it's actually hyphenated.
He did have it hyphenated for a while.
For a year, but it was just a year.
Right. All right. And thank you for being a Star Wars fan and knowing that.
Yeah. It's about time we had a real fan on the line.
I know. All right, Jeff, here is your question. The Ural Mountains separate what two continents?
What mountains?
Ural. U-R-A-L.
That would be Europe and Asia.
Oh, look at that. Damn.
Nailed it. One and done.
Hang on.
Let's get him one.
Let's go back to Ted's controversial Star Wars True or False.
It's
May
not
the
controversial.
4th people are losing their freaking minds. Only about Chewbacca, though. All right. Here is your question. Princess Leia was insecure about her tramp stamp. True or false?
That one actually is false. She was very confident about that.
Wow. You nailed it, dude.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Finally false.
See, Jeff proved himself to be a Star Wars fan through and through.
Let's do one more contested on Big Day.
Jeff was smart.
He really was.
Yeah.
Really was. Hello, Eddie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Eddie, sober, not sober.
Definitely sober. I'm driving home.
All right. Eddie, our men's room poll, never again. Drive, television, cell phone, or porn?
Well, nobody's picking it, so let's go with porn.
Porn it is.
All right, Eddie. Pornless Eddie. Here is your question. What actor has played a superhero in the most movies? He's at 10 so far.
I know one male porn star's name, so I'm going to go with it. Let's go with Ron Jeremy.
Did you say porn star?
I did not.
Yeah, I thought you said.
Was it Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr. Oh. Played Iron Man 10 times.
It's a dirty big dummy, man.
I think. Can you imagine if Iron Man pulled off his helmet and it was Ron Jeremy?
Oh, he pulled off the helmet.
Stop eating the shrimp.
I just think it's hilarious. Thrill asked that question. He was like, all right, porn stars.
I like it.
Hedgehog.
All right, your question. What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl?
Yeah.
Easy. Ron Jeremy.
Boo. Boo? Or so
who?
Close.
Hedwig.
Hedwig.
Where else would you wear a wig?
That's what I call condoms.
Oh. All right. Your question, in what organ would you find the fovea? The stomach, liver, kidneys, or eyes?
What'd you say, Mike Tyson?
The fovea.
Bovia, stomach.
No? Your eyes, believe it or not. All right, 6, 8, 10, or 12. How many feet long are the white dash lines that divide roads?
I'm looking at them now. I'm gonna go 8.
10.
You're going too fast, Eddie. You got to slow down.
Apparently.
All right, your question. Which Spice Girl was Victoria Beckham?
Victoria Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
Posh. She was posh. Scary was this. There's posh, scary, baby, ginger, and sporty. I had to look it up today.
Question 5.
I
just asked him.
Come on, the man.
You weren't, honest to God, you weren't here at the time I was doing it.
All right. I was like, I gotcha.
All right, Eddie, your question. What is the generation of people born between 1946 and 1964 called?
Baby boomers.
You got it. Very good.
Because it exploded a lot.
Head chef coming up, Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the worst things to eat on a plane. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Southern Company is making energy smart and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. From modernizing infrastructure to achieving their interim carbon reduction goal 10 years early, Southern Company is committed to building a clean, resilient energy future. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future. Southern Company, building the future of energy.
Hey y'all, it's Garth, the Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef cut up Ted's Meat and Potatoes, the worst things to eat on a plane, but first time for a few emails from The Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got
Hello, guys. I would love it if you guys could give a happy birthday shout out to my husband, Marcus. He's got a birthday coming up this Sunday.
Oh, man. That is... Hold on. Let me play the appropriate music.
Lily, if you want to stop by Tony V's garage from 3 to 6, we will sing the birthday song to you. If it is your birthday on Sunday...
You know, that is a good point.
And you show up, we will sing the birthday song to your husband, Marcus.
Actually, we have an update on that. Not only will sing the birthday song, Miles Montgomery will buy you a shot and a beer.
That's right.
There you go.
Exactly.
You just have to prove it's your birthday.
Come to Tony V's. We'll hook you up.
Good times. Guys, can you wish our beautiful daughter, Mila, happy 7th birthday? She's the greatest second grader in the world. We love her more than anything. So how about Coach Ted telling her how to not spend all her birthday Robux all at once? And Mickey and Goofy talking about how much fun she'll have at the trampoline park today. Thanks, guys. That from Dad, Mom, and her stink bomb little sister, Chloe.
7 years old. You got those Robux. I know it's a popular game right now. All the kids love it. They're playing it on their tablets. Listen, you're 7. You're not 6 anymore. We got to budget this money a little bit better, okay? A day ago, you could have spent it all at one time. Let's stretch it out through the weekend, okay? Let's have a day out there.
Well, gals, you sure gonna have a good time jumping up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Just do your parents a favor. Do not demand that they watch every time you do a flip or a cartwheel on the trampoline. They get it. They know.
You know, he's just mad because his parents never watched him do anything.
Don't bring it up, Mick.
They played fetch once, but he never brought the ball back.
Hello, guys. It's Nick. I love the show. Like Miles, I grew up in Morgantown, West Virginia. I bleed old gold and blue till the day I die, regardless of how much the years suck. I went to college in Baltimore on a lacrosse scholarship. Needless to say.
Where'd he go?
I love hearing you dirty horse talk about both because I can directly relate. Doesn't say.
Huh.
I live in North Idaho now, and my beautiful, amazing fiancée, Whitney, who is turning 30 today. It would be awesome if you guys could give her a Pat Sajak, a fart medley, and the Dirty Germans talking about breaking out of her shell in the dirtiest of ways. Thanks, guys. You are the best, and I'll call in one of these days when I get a chance. We be all at this bitch for 180 seconds or so, so stay beautiful, fellas.
She wants a D, and she's going to get one.
Yeah, do not let him tell you. Yeah, you'll be making that sound tonight, but from the front. First of all, do not let him tell you that you need to break out of your shell. I'm going to break into your shell, your clam shell.
Yeah, I'll be downstairs too. And since your name is Whitney, it reminds me of one of my favorite drinks, Pink Whitney.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite meal.
Guys, I want to wish my husband Jeremy a happy birthday from Brandon, Bella, and Kim. He listens to your show every day. I'm not sure what his favorites are, but I guess I'll give him the Dirty Germans. Thanks, guys. I hope it'll bring him a smile. He's having a tough day.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're having a tough day. Tonight I'm going to treat you like a man who's had a tough day and beat you with my meat tenderizer.
Yeah, the thing is, I call my junk tough and you're going to be dead. What's the punishment?
Gentlemen, birthday shout out to my friend.
The position will make you buck.
Friend Justin, since it's May the 4th, I'm sure he would like you guys talking all over yourselves about if cats were Jedis. And have the captain talk about how the Kraken are going to whoop Dallas. Yeah, right. Let's go, Kraken. May the 4th be with you guys. That from Justin. Let's see.
Cats being Jedi.
Oh, cats being Jedi. Man, look, I'm thinking the animals are already freaking off, right? They're super fast. They play mind games. They move around. They can see in the freaking dark. They don't have like goddamn lightsabers. Jeez, man. So confused.
But Joel, could you guys pretty please wish the amazing Karen a very happy birthday today? Oh, did I miss something? The captain. My bad.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. As much as Miles tries to ignore me, the old captain showed up for a birthday shout-out. I have to be honest with you, I completely misread your email earlier today when I saw Kraken stars. I thought you meant what we mean in the mascot world, which means backdoor sex. Crunchberries.
But Charles, could you guys pretty please wish the amazing Karen a very happy birthday? She's one of the sweetest ladies in the whole wide world, and she deserves nothing but the best.
You can tell by her name.
Which, of course, includes a shout-out from the incredible men's room, gents. If she could get a backwards fart and the Dirty Germans talking about being a little less HR for her birthday, we would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. That from Christina and Michelle in Auburn.
Yeah, I do not want you to be less HR tonight because in Deutschland, HR stands for Harry Rim.
Yeah, the thing is that we're going to do everything you get people in trouble for tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to use those names. We're going to call your boobs by the T-word. Smack you on the ass. Yeah. Somebody even throw in a joke or two.
Guys, this is Katie, Audrey, and Cameron, and our dad, Robert Bourbon Breath Johnson, turns 55 today.
Damn.
We all want him to have a carefree day and for him to drink as much as he wants. How about a long fart? One of those, what the F is that, bros? And the Dirty Germans talking about how he shouldn't be stressing out now that we all are 16 and can drive, even though we've made him balder. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you need to understand he's stressing out because you are 16 and you can drive. That is why.
Yeah, I don't even know you, sir. It's the idea that you're 16 and driving makes me nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous for him. I don't even know you.
Yeah, said you wonder why he smells like bourbon.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's because of you.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Yas, a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, the head chef has been known to take a few flights every year. But sometimes you get a little hungry. Sometimes you got layovers, you're stuck in an airport maybe for a short amount of time or a long amount of time. So you bring food with you. Sometimes it might just be food you can't get in the area you live in.
That is a huge
travel days on planes are some of the worst eating days you can have on vacation.
Yeah, and airports are getting better. I've been to some airports that actually have a decent restaurant.
The game, sure.
But overall, I feel like, I don't know, the food in the airport's never super.
It's okay.
But one thing I have noticed, and where the hell did we just come from? Florida, the Denver airport. Again, located in Wyoming. But one thing they've done that a lot of places are doing now that I appreciate, in addition to just putting in a Starbucks and a McDonald's, they had Quiznos. There's a bunch of places where you go, you know what? I'm going to go there because the food it's still only 80% as good as it would be if you went to an actual location, but versus, say, the bar food at the airport.
Right. Well, another thing, McDonald's, Wendy's, any fast food establishment in an airport has a deep fryer.
Correct.
Other than that, they don't.
Yeah.
So thank God for...
It is kind of wild.
Thank God for the air fryers, because they make at least the French fries take... I told you that guy from Alaska that I was sitting beside last time I flew out. He turned to me and goes, this $20 cheesesteak better be worth it. And I was like,
it won't be.
I don't want to tell you, man, but then it came out and it didn't look bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And look, I've done this before. The BWI, there's a place called the Green Turtle that's big in Maryland. There's one right by the Alaska gate. I've gotten a crab cake sandwich and fries and then just flew them back across the country to eat them.
But you did not eat them on the plane, right?
So I didn't eat it on the plane.
Did you want to?
I had it in the container. No, because I was very excited to get back to Seattle and have a little herbal refreshment.
I got it.
And then enjoy that.
Okay, all right.
So... but basically, a guy got pictured eating a full rack of ribs on a plane about a month ago. All right.
God damn, buddy.
A lot of people were like, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't be eating that on a plane. So BuzzFeed asked people about 32 ridiculous foods and asked them to vote whether or not you'd eat them on a plane.
I will say this about ribs, guy. I didn't see the picture. That is so remarkably ridiculous, I kind of support it. If you're going all out, then okay.
And maybe he was flying out of Texas and got these ribs at a specific place. Well, but could you bring a full meal through security?
That's the thing. He had to get it on the other side.
Yeah.
Right? So he had to go through security first.
He must be able to do it.
But, I don't know. Look, you can eat what you want on the plane. I agree it's probably in bad form. But in this case, that is so ridiculous to me. I would support the guy. Hell, man. Yeah. If you're going to eat a rack of ribs,
you stopped at this place before you came to the airport because you wanted that food that bad.
You would think if they would ask, though, all right, sir, we're going to give you the rack of ribs. Are you taking this on the flight or are you dining in?
Well, I will also say Alito's Pizza, I was going to take one on the plane. Then I thought about it. So I just I bought it, I let it cool down, and then I just put a bunch of slices in a bag, put that in my checked luggage. So some of these are pretty obvious, right? A crawfish boil on a plane.
Come on, man.
96% said no.
What is crawfish?
I don't even know. Right, next was oysters. 95% said
oysters?
No. Yeah.
You know, I kind of want to do this now. We should make it a point, bring these things, dude, is that a crabfish boil? Yeah.
90% said they couldn't enjoy a large bowl of beans.
All right.
So, a lot of people said don't eat ribs on the plane. I said no matter how many wet naps they have. But here's what mainly people said no to. And a lot of it is egg hate. Egg salad. Hard-boiled eggs.
Well, an egg salad sandwich doesn't smell.
I agree. Most of the time, an egg salad sandwich doesn't stink. Hard-boiled eggs, I see, when you get that sulfur whiff, man, because it doesn't go away after that.
The issue, right, and with hard-boiled eggs, it's not as, I don't mind people eating them. It's that if they burp at all, which they will, you're going to smell it.
And you know, that's the worst part. Like, if you just smell boiled egg, we all know it smells like a fart. You go like, whatever, because I recognize they're eggs. But you're right. Even though I know you just ate an egg, when you burp and it smells exactly the same, now that smell has been downgraded to horrible.
Yep. Let's see. People said you shouldn't eat an entire rotisserie chicken.
So they're just getting ridiculous on this.
They are. Sloppy Joe's made the list.
Somebody here says, I saw a guy fly out of Seattle with a large Domino's pizza.
I think that's completely acceptable.
That just seems wild, though, because it's
large
Domino's. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Right. Like, you're not excited about this.
Right, if you flew out with a Pagliacci, I could fathom that.
Okay.
Because they're only in this area.
That's just a power move, though. You just want everybody in that airport and, more importantly, on that plane to smell your pizza.
But my issue is not the pizza, it's the large.
All right,
right, because just think about the size of the box. You know, just like, Jesus Christ.
So a majority of people said things they would bring on a plane. Pizza makes it. Sushi, nachos, a plate of fried chicken.
So everything that was just mentioned, but smaller.
Right.
Right, meatball sub, which is, fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be down.
I think it also, again, I think this is just regional stuff, right?
Well,
because when I'm back in Maryland, I'll definitely put stuff in my bag and take it with me. I think when I was in Louisiana, there was something we stopped and got. But if I was in Texas and there's a Terry Black's at the airport, like I'm getting some of his.
Well, there's a Skyline chili in the Covington airport.
Is there?
So you get chili pasta, cup of chili.
Yeah.
I guess would you eat it on the plane?
See, I wouldn't. That's the only difference.
No,
I wouldn't eat
chili on
the
a
plane because I wouldn't feel comfortable eating it.
I mean, look, here's the thing about eating chili on a plane. It sounds ridiculous, but it's not like you're sitting there with a porcelain bowl. It's probably in a little styrofoam cup with your itty-bitty spoon. Like, I can live with that.
I just wouldn't feel, physically comfortable. Like, I have enough room to enjoy it.
Can you move over one seat, man? I'm trying to enjoy my meal.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I would not take some of the stuff on the plane. I like people said they take nachos on a plane. That seems awfully messy.
It seems messy, and the thing about nachos, for me, and there's a lot of foods I can eat at room temperature and cold, and it could be barbecue. I prefer it hot, but if it's not, I can survive pizza. But, my nachos, cold nachos doesn't do it for me.
I'm with you. Really, the only time you see people eat cold nachos is, somebody's made nachos for a sporting
Something
event.
else, right.
People are just drunk, and the nachos have been sitting out.
And we make different decisions in those moments, but I'm just thinking on a plane, and I got cold-ass nachos. I'm not eating this now.
Yeah, and you're right. And for some reason, though, I don't think of, having a fast food burger doesn't seem crazy.
No.
But if you stopped at, a steakhouse that had, a giant hamburger, I'd be like, look at this SOB.
I've done McDonald's on a plane, I guess people cared a little bit, but not because I'm eating it, but because of the smell. And I think you open that bag, right, and the smell goes everywhere. And the thing is, people are giving you looks, but none of the looks are, you're an a-hole. The looks are more like, I wish I got a McDonald's. And honestly, you know why I did it? Because we had a layover, and on our flight before the layover, someone else had gotten McDonald's. And they're sitting across, and I'm like, that smells good. Now I want McDonald's. I'm doing it. I don't care.
I have sat in a row with somebody, and they were eating Wendy's. And I was like, man, that smells good. And you could, everybody was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm just starved or whatever. And then the guy, he was like, do you guys want a fried? We were like,
yes.
I think we were just like, no, man, you were smart enough to bring it. I was like, I'm just jealous. You're eating a delicious Wendy's burger and fries next to me. I should have been on that. But yeah, people, and then here's one people said you shouldn't eat on a plane. I think it's because of the smell. Sour cream and onion chips.
I disagree, man. And
I disagree,
because chips are chips. Look, if you're eating chips on a plane, I don't care because they're kind of self-contained. But Fritos do not smell great if you're not eating them.
I'd rally against the salt and vinegar before the sour cream and onion.
Really?
Yeah. Just because that's going to be more pungent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I feel like I've had combos on a plane just because they sell them. And I'm like, I should try them again.
Yeah, and every time I buy them, I'm disappointed. I'm just not smart enough to believe that the last time I hated them should change my opinion.
Yep.
I'll do it again. They look good. God, I hate these.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, Whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
So, we've got a number 1 deluxe meal. Is there anything else I can get you?
Yeah, I'd also like a good night's sleep.
Excuse me, sir?
You know, the I didn't struggle all night with my uncomfortable CPAP mask, or something like the my wife didn't kick me out to sleep on the couch because of my constant tossing and turning.
Sir, we don't have anything like that here. I think what you're looking for is Inspire. It's an implant that works inside your body to treat sleep apnea without a CPAP. That way you can breathe normally and rest more soundly.
Come on! Oh, he sounds hangry. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment of its kind. It's helping tens of thousands of people finally get restful sleep. To learn more, visit InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you, and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Mike Huddle, drink and toast with a shower today. We do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, there's a voluptuous mermaid statue in Italy getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. What makes it voluptuous?
Dead ass.
That big fish ass.
Hang on, I can pull this thing up. It's in honor of some senator or something like that, which I don't know the correlation. I don't know why the senator is getting the honor of this voluptuous. Yeah, come take a look at this. This is she got the behind on her.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, you can you could hide a pencil.
Hide a pencil.
Yeah.
That is,
You can hide a pencil in a lot of places.
Again.
Yeah, that mermaid is thicker than a Snicker.
That is.
It's a fact. It's supposed to be to honor a local senator and Nobel laureate.
Looks like one of those moms in a Pixar film.
That's a fact. That is a model right there. 70% of parents say their kids are experiencing more burnout than they are. I hope those parents are all retired and their kids are right now in the workforce.
Well, they're burned out on what?
Right?
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just curious what it is.
Sure, we all have our own individual exhaustions, but damn. Okay. Good news. Ted, I feel like you're with me on this one, but Lay's is releasing 3 new sandwich-inspired chips.
Okay.
We got BLT.
In.
Reuben.
In.
Buffalo chicken.
Yep.
In.
Let's go.
I mean, look, they made some crazy ones a couple years ago, right? Like chicken and waffles.
They made chicken and waffles was a big one.
Wasn't there like a burger one?
Burger one. I don't remember that one.
I feel like there was something with avocado that had like a guac flavor or something like that.
I mean, I try them all. Look, I was eating dill-flavored cashews last night.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Awesome.
Yes. And I do like that Lay's, even though they do have one of the best out there as far as going back to plain. Like, I don't remember the last time I've had a plain Coke. I don't remember the last time I've had a plain, something else. But Lay's still has a very consistently good plain chip.
They do.
But then they're also great at all the experimental flavors that are out there. They try everything. I'll give them credit, and it's all good.
Right, and like Ruffles are good.
Yeah.
The sour cream and cheddar Ruffle is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But you're right. Like, to me, if I'm having a sandwich, plain Lay's is probably the go-to.
All day.
Yep.
All day.
And you always forget to get them.
You do.
Because you look over them. Like, I'll get the barbecue. I'll do this.
It's one of those chips.
I got a bag on my desk now.
I was about to say, it's one of those chips you can just steal if you see them in the office.
Well, my wife was very nice this morning. I went to the dentist this morning. She said, hey, I don't run to Fred Meyer. I'll grab you a sandwich and get your bag of chips. I just assumed to be like, the single-serving bag of chips. It was a big-ass, full bag of chips.
I did notice that. I was like, why's he got a whole bag of chips?
That is why. I'm like, okay.
Yep. I also noticed that Pringles tried to rake them over the coals when they first started coming out. Remember that? All the commercials that they had? Because they were showing that they weren't greasy. It was always them reaching
Pringles aren't really potato chips. They're a potato prop.
Right. But they always reached into a bag of Lay's before they wiped them all over their shirt.
I got pizza
Pringles.
but
nobody ever cared.
Pretty good.
Nobody cared.
We know they're greasy. We eat them anyway.
You solved the problem. It didn't matter.
Right. You solved the problem that no one cared about.
Right.
Now, that said, I love me some Pringles.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not going to buy Pringles over Lay's because of the grease factor. I'm going to buy because I'm in the mood for Pringles.
Correct. McDonald's is bringing back the Oreo Frap.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that they had it, but I'm in.
guys, we don't care about your desserts. Just give us the burgers.
Just make the burgers.
Just make the burgers and the fries.
Right. We've already given up on the ice cream machine.
Come on, man.
Just make us the burgers.
We don't need the Cinnabon bun. We don't need anything.
You can now buy a Charmin Bear hoodie for $30.
Cool. I will not be on that.
No?
I kind of like the idea of it.
I looked at the thing. It's kind of cool.
Come on.
Yeah. It says own the throne or something like that. It's got the little bear on it. It's got little bear ears on the top.
I'm thinking Snuggle.
No, yeah.
That's
this
I'm
is
like,
the Charmin Bear.
Yeah, the Charmin Bear. All they care about is pooping.
Yeah.
And I'll clean your asses.
You bet. You know what? You're somebody if you're walking around in a toilet paper hoodie.
Right.
I am.
And it's got little bear ears on the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, I should get one of these.
I like this thing, man. You know what, Ted? Get that and rock it.
Yeah.
Let's do that together. We'll go in on this together.
The only issue I have is that it's white.
Oh, really?
It is. White hoodies. I mean, white T-shirts are tough enough, but a white hoodie is asking for trouble.
That's going to look great as soon as it shows up, and then it will never look
Wear
that
it
good
right
again.
over to someone's house. What are we having for dinner? Ribs.
Oh, no.
What?
Go to like a Mexican joint, get some salsa on there.
Do you have a bib?
Barbecue. Goodness gracious. Guys, you ever wanted to do something illegal without being arrested?
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
There's a lot of things that are illegal that we want to do and not be arrested for, which just bring us to
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 things that people do that make them look.
Yep, I thought I had done that. I messed up.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mike. Oh, my God. What have you done?
I bet he made a fancy one today and everything.
He did. He did a right.
And now it's not in there. Well, you know what? In Mike's defense, we've had major computer issues before the show today.
We did. So I got distracted.
Yep.
So hey, I'm going to try it again. Oh, come on. Now I turned the thing down. I'm all
Men's Room
on
Top
this.
10. The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 illegal things people wish they could do without being arrested. I know what I would do if I could get away with it. I would get drunk, kidnap somebody, tie them up, put them in my closet, and then put pepperoni between their toes. That sounds fun.
Well, it was.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure if you had remembered it,
It
would have
happened once. I've done so many other things.
Does it need to happen another time?
No, it doesn't. But like, that's what I'll be known. But no matter what else I do.
No.
I mean, like, I can give money to like some major charity and be like, but you kidnapped a dude and put pepperoni between his toes. Like, yes, I did that too. I have done other things.
You can never run for political office.
It happened. You know, I think I could now.
This man openly admits that he kidnapped somebody.
It makes it easier, Mike. Like, you want to dig up dirt? Let me just tell you.
I did this.
I put pepperoni between his toes. Now, my only defense is I was drunk on 2 bottles of tequila and don't remember.
That's not what pork and ham is for. So much misinformation out there today.
So these are the illegal things that people wish that they could do without being arrested. Marijuana does show up on the list, which it is legal here in Washington State as well as a handful of states in the union, but there's also
any
a lot
place
more.
that's not, people want to be able to smoke weed.
And also just taking it from one place to another. You know, it is legal here in Washington State and in Oregon. However, crossing the border with marijuana is not legal. So
that's why I always pull over and just smoke up.
Hang on,
at the border.
At the border.
I don't want to break any laws, bro.
Now I'm getting behind the wheel. Hang on. Challenging someone to an honorable duel.
Oh, with a gun?
I don't know about that, but it does say many states in the U.S. have a mutual combat law where two people can agree to a typically unarmed fight that does not endanger bystanders or property. Washington State, I do know, is one that we do have legal dueling, if I'm not mistaken.
So if you and I agree to fight.
Correct.
So does that take each other off the hook of, breaking my jaw? Like,
right.
I can't sue you?
That's the whole thing is I don't know what the parameters are, but I think that's what it is. It's like, okay, we're dueling. Yeah. I think short of killing you, yeah.
A fight, to me, means both participants have agreed to this. Right. Otherwise, we call it a sucker punch or an ambush, right? But, yeah, if they're fighting, no, they agreed to fight. They don't like each other.
Right. They're just throwing down. Right. I want it to be official, though, because it always shows up in the bar. Like, you want to fight? You want to fight? I want this to be official. I challenge thee to a duel.
And then the bartender has to pull out the paperwork. And if the guys just both sign here.
We need a notary.
We prefer you do it outside so that no one can use glasses or anything. And then go fight away.
Don't bust up my chairs. Come on now.
Yeah, mutual combat. I mean, in theory, like if you're just like, if we're like, all right, we both agree to fight, cops will be like, all right, fight.
Right. Can you guys stand on the sidelines and make sure he doesn't kill me?
Yeah, right. Can I get your gun?
Oh, hey man, help me out.
I'm getting my butt whipped over here, officer.
I just want to back down. I am terrified of this.
Right. Tell them it's not legal.
Tell them it's illegal. Get me out of this. Oh no. Being drunk in a parked car.
Yeah.
You may have heard the commercials that talked about if you're in a car, they have the ability to arrest you for it. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know what I mean? Like it would be. I don't.
I'm resting it off, man.
I do get why the law is there, but also it should be more of a judgment call on the cops' part, though, right? So we get why the law is there, but if you roll up and like you reckon this person has no intention of doing anything other than sleeping or whatever,
in their car that night, or taking a 3-hour nap before they start driving,
right,
or whatever.
And I got a sneaking suspicion.
Leave alone.
I got a sneaking suspicion that there's plenty of instances where it is like, okay, just do me a favor, stay in the car, don't start it up and move for the next few hours. I think if somebody's a d-bag to a cop, they run the risk of actually getting arrested.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've been given more warnings than I've been arrested.
There you go. There you go. These are the illegal things that people wish that they could do without being arrested. The 18-year-old drinking age.
Yeah, I think it should be. Look, to me, it's just this simple. If you can join the military, you should be able to drink.
Agreed.
I mean, it's that simple.
Agreed.
You know, what you're asking people in the military to do, but you can't have any alcohol.
Right.
Like, man, if anyone needs it, they might be the ones.
That's right. Who needs a shot?
Right.
Fist fighting comes in there. That kind of relates to the honorable duel that we had earlier. But yeah, honestly, fist fighting. There needs to be kind of a quarter rule. But yeah,
well, and right, it's like there's mutual combat here, but right, that's the problem. Is in a lot of states, it's like if you get caught fighting, like the cops are just going to press charges because the state does. It's correct. The state presses charges.
Correct. Shrooms shows up on the list of the illegal things people wish that they could do without being arrested. They say science needs to study it more. There could be a lot of great benefits. There's already been a handful of studies that have shown some benefits from it. I know people that have benefited from it. You know, it's not everybody just going and chasing the pink dragon.
Yeah, but the shroom industry doesn't have lobbyists.
Right. I mean, that's the difference.
That's a fact.
That's all it is.
Yeah, well, and they work.
Right.
I mean, that's the issue. Most illegal drugs, like, they work.
Right.
They gotta work money. Yeah, and have a synthetic version. But I'm with you. I think a lot of psychedelics would do a lot of good for a lot of people.
Absolutely. There's been studies that have shown what good that it will do.
You know the people that need them.
Right.
Same people have never been punched in the face.
Getting personal belongings back from the police. This person says, I had a friend had his 240SX stolen, but kept for evidence, and the car was left unattended and uncovered. When the guy got his car back, it had 3 inches of water inside, and now what once was a mint example of a sports car turned into a lemon.
No, you should sue him.
I wouldn't be shocked if that followed you.
I'd sue him.
I mean, you don't have that much water in it.
It just sat there forever.
Probably left the window down.
Yeah. All right. It was left unattended and uncovered, and probably left the window down, and that's all it needs to do is rain in there. I've seen cars with water in them. Buying booze and beer.
Brag, dude.
I know. Yeah, I do, Ted. Illegal things people wish that they could do without being arrested. Buying booze and beer on Sundays. There's a handful of states where it's still actually illegal for you to buy alcohol on Sundays. This person gives an example that, like just 5 years ago, Oklahoma had that rule. Mm-hmm. Sunday, you don't buy liquor.
Yeah, I told you, Maryland is a strange state because it goes county by county.
Right.
So, like, some places you can't buy anything on Sundays. Some you can buy beer and wine. If you sell liquor, you can't sell cold beer.
Right. There's all these just weird things. It's like it's not the 1820s anymore.
Their theory is that if they're selling cold beer, that you would drink it in the car. Now, if you just go to a beer shop, they can have cold beer.
Yep.
But if it's a liquor, like I'm telling you, it is so weird and crazy.
All right.
And then, the liquor store I worked at was somehow had a rule grandfathered in, but we couldn't sell liquor on Sundays. And then there was a couple flavors of Mad Dog that were too strong, so you couldn't sell those on Sunday because they were considered liquor.
No kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. It's fortified wines. Depending on the fruit, it's going to jack up the...
I believe it was the Grape Jubilee.
I've had the grape Jubilee. They shouldn't sell it any day.
I've had the strawberry.
Strawberry kiwi was always my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
When I get my Boone's Farm and Mad Dog.
I haven't had Mad Dog, and I bet 20 years. I bet it tastes like garbage.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Come on down to Fremont Town.
Never had Mad
We're going
Dog.
to Adaball.
Where do you find Mad Dog? I have yet to
Adaball
find
and Fremont.
Okay.
Here's the deal, Mike. One day I'll get a bottle, we'll have some fun with it, but it only tastes good if you're already drinking.
Gotcha.
That's true.
Right? If you just start with a bottle of Mad Dog, you're like, oh my God, this is awful. But if you got a buzz going, you're like, it ain't bad.
It's cheap, too.
Yeah, right?
It's a malt liquor, right?
It's something.
Fortified wine, like Miles was saying.
Fortified wine. Gotcha. Okay.
Can't be that bad. I see a lot of people on the streets drinking it.
Well, anytime you put fruit in there other than grapes, man, the alcohol content.
Yeah, it goes way up.
I mean, peach wine, strawberry wine, blueberry wine.
Number 3, collecting rainwater. The thought behind it is if enough people do it, it'll disrupt the water supply.
I didn't know that was illegal.
Neither did I.
What?
That's why you have rain buckets and rain barrels.
Yeah, because what about all the people with cisterns and all that kind of thing?
The water is so expensive in King County.
Yes.
If you can take the rainwater to water your garden.
Yes.
So what you get charged for is not the water you use, but the water that goes down the drain. That's the expense. You might spend $20 in water a month. They'll charge you $50 for it to go down the drain.
Right.
So if you have a rain bucket or a rain barrel, you can use the water that comes off of your roof, water your plants, and not be charged for the fact that it's going into the ground.
All right.
Yay.
There it is. Number 2, feeding parking meters for strangers.
Why does it matter?
That is a strange one.
That's a weird one to me because in the end, the only reason you charge for parking, obviously, is for financial gain, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, you wouldn't bother. So why do you care who it is gave you money? That to me, that's the equivalent of Mike accidentally deposited $500 into my account. There's not one person that will ever be upset that the money you expect to get for a service was paid by anyone.
Because I can get more money by finding this person that didn't pay up their parking
But I feel
spot.
but here's the problem. It's two different entities, okay?
Right.
Because if I pay to park, then the people that run this particular parking lot or whatever get the money. If you ticket me, the city or state gets that money. Right? They're both in different... It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just know this. If you're paying for a parking lot, you're paying the mob.
Maybe.
Yeah. But then
it's ridiculous.
Then the number 1 illegal thing that people wish that they could do without being arrested, which again, I feel like I've heard about this, but sleeping in your car in a parking spot.
See, again, why do they have rest areas on highways?
Right. Exactly.
Next rest area, 30 miles.
Then you rest.
They
and
tell
you
you
can't do that.
You can pull over.
I think rest areas are fine. That's what they're for. We're saying parking lot.
I feel like I've heard of people that got in trouble by sleeping in rest areas.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Rest, not sleep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You can rest.
Take a breather, damn it.
Eyes open.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Don't go in the woods at night, Mike.
That's right. A fast food chain in Kentucky found themselves under federal investigation. I'll give you the story at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming in at 5:50. In the meantime, it's going to get tested online for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK.
This episode is brought to you by Southern Company. Southern Company is making energy clean, smart, and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. Southern Company, building the future of energy. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. So what is the Big 615? Well, simply put, it's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. Get the latest on country music from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. That means a whole lot more music and a whole lot more country. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. And I look forward to having you join me on the Big 615.
This is your country station.
The Big 615.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
All right, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Big time it is. As usual, we head to the drink task and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yep, indeed. And today we toast 3 unidentified thieves from Hyasca, Peru. Now, this past Sunday night, they were captured on security cameras stealing over 200 sneakers from a store. They broke in, grabbed a bunch of shoeboxes, got out before the police were able to show up. Now, in spite of that, you can't really call this a successful heist. What our honorees did not realize was that the left and right shoes were stored separately. So yes, they made off with 200 sneakers, every single one of them for the right foot.
Well, the right shoe is the only one normally on display.
Well, no, they went to the back, right?
Oh.
And they grabbed the boxes. But what they didn't realize, the way this store does it, and this is probably why, you got 2 tennis shoes in one box. All of them are for the right foot.
Oh, my God.
And I think the store actually does this because, and I know a couple of places do this now. They're like, look, man, you can steal our stuff, but you only get one shoe or the other. But these guys took the time to break in, steal all the stuff, and they did not realize it. So I'm sure they figured it out by now. And the best thing about it is, after they did the heist and the store kind of promoted this on social media, like everyone in Peru is making fun of these guys. They don't know who they are, but they're like, you guys are so stupid.
They'll know them when they see them.
And what are they going to do with them now?
That's their point.
Nothing.
They didn't realize. They're like, you can't even fence these things, man.
Yeah.
You can't sell them to anyone. You have literally one shoe per person. So maybe if you find a lot of one-legged people, you can sell them the shoe, but that's about it. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill explains to everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
What's up, boys? Go Kraken.
Hola, go Kraken indeed. All right, Justin, you understand how this here game is played?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. You have your choice of 1 of 4 stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally, Hit Me with Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional weapon that someone chose to use as a weapon.
Let's go with Hit Me with Your Best Shot today.
All right, here's the story. In a video clip that's been viewed over 14 million times, a man and a woman can be seen getting into each other's faces over some sort of dispute when the female escalated things by, as Olivia Newton-John would say, getting physical. After pushing his neck, the man grabbed the woman's hand, prompting her to smack him over the head with something, knocking him out. Now, as the man continued to lie on the ground, the woman was encouraged to continue her night, but shortly thereafter, the woman walked off and the man slowly began to come to, despite bleeding profusely from his face. Footage of the incident was uploaded to Twitter and explained in the caption that the two were on a date when things got heated. Now, it's not clear when the attack took place or if the woman has been charged for her actions, but the question is, what did she smash her date over the head with? Was it a hammer, a skateboard, a bowling ball, or a chicken? So a hammer, skateboard, bowling ball, or chicken?
Oh, man, that definitely sounds like some blunt force trauma type situation. So I'm not going chicken for sure. It's definitely between skateboard and hammer for me. What about you guys?
It was viewed. So it wasn't a restaurant?
I don't know where it was. I didn't watch the video myself.
Right,
I'm just reading the story as it was related.
Okay.
And where was it?
Okay. I believe it was in New York, but it
Justin,
does not say.
here's my thought on this. They were on a date. So you smack someone in the head with chicken, right? Probably not going to open a wound. But I think bowling would be a great first date. Or a date in general. So I'm going to go with the fact that it was viewed by a number of people. I don't think you randomly have a hammer available and multiple witnesses. I'm going to go bowling ball and hope that works.
I'm going to go skateboard.
Skateboard for Ted.
I'm with Ted because I think a bowling ball, especially for a lady, would be hard to like hit someone with because they're so heavy. And they're in New York where it's hard to get around. So I'm going skateboard. I'm with Ted.
We're going to find out what she assaulted them with. Was it a hammer, a skateboard, a bowling ball, or a chicken? Next.
That was a tease. Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Categories, hit me with your best shot on profile. This dispute between a couple on a date led to a couple, the woman smacking the man in the head on the date with an object. We don't know where, we don't know when, we don't know what.
Right.
Question is, was it a hammer, a skateboard, a bowling ball, or a chicken?
And Justin, that is the very question that we posed to you. Now, let us, I'll begin with you, Justin. You agree with Ted Smith?
No,
Is that a skateboard?
Skateboard.
Is that a skateboard?
On it. I'm having second thoughts because like a female skateboarding in New York. I'm not so sure. Like hammer, I feel like the New Yorkers are crazy. So it's like I'm sticking with skateboard, but I'm having second thoughts.
Yeah, we got it wrong, dude.
You got it wrong, man.
Sorry.
Not a skateboard. New York City, not nearly as crazy as everyone thinks. Crazy, not particularly violent. Miles, you went with a bowling ball.
I figured it's a date.
Right, today they're going bowling. It makes sense, right? Hit him in the head with the bowling ball, and I would take him out. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, here's the thing. After she crushed his ass with the bowling ball, I mean, she just swung it overhand, took him down. Everyone else, so I can't say the guy was in the wrong, but the other people in the bowling alley encouraged her to continue bowling. This guy was laying crumpled on the ground, bleeding out of his face, and she did. She continued bowling. Jesus. And when she was done with her frame or game or whatever, then she rolled out. That's how effed up that is. Think about that. So you're at a bowling alley, complete strangers. You see a fight break out. You see a chick crush a dude with a bowling ball, and everyone around her says, "No, man, keep going." That just tells me whatever he said or did or whatever.
Not
man,
good.
Yeah.
Either that or he beat her in bowling. Now for all TV news all time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, we have talked about Yellowstone a little bit, and we have talked about Yellowstone a little. Thank you, Mike.
And the band kept playing. Let the
band
Titanic
kept going. I was like,
Let him go, Ted, let him go.
Yellowstone! So there's been all this stuff with Yellowstone, right? Like the creator's out of his mind. He's got a God complex. Kevin Costner and him don't get along. They had like Yellowstone Con. Tyler Sheridan, the creator, and Costner both bailed on it, which again, I just can't get over. Like, you're the two main reasons people are there.
But people spent
Costner
$500
he was married for 18 years, and his wife filed for divorce, and he had no idea, according to TMZ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
I was going to say, Kevin, it's been a little tough there for Mr. Costner. You're right. That was the latest news. I also read a rumor that he had got. They would just say a rendezvous with somebody else on set, and they're like, that's totally not true.
Oh, boy. Okay.
But Entertainment Tonight heard from a source close to production that he's done after season 5. Supposedly because basically the drama between him and the co-creator, Tyler Sheridan. And you're right. They're saying he was totally blindsided by his wife's divorcing filing. I think that could be one of those ones you might be shocked that she filed for divorce, but like, I feel like there probably was some conversation leading up to it.
Well, sure. I agree.
Yeah,
he might be shocked that she filed, But I think people misinterpret that. Like, it came completely out of the blue. Obviously, you're having some kind of trouble, or there's something you're both aware of. There's always the white elephant in the room, whatever it might be. But so again, you might be shocked that she actually filed, but you're not shocked that she doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? When things are bad in your relationship, you know things are bad in your relationship. You might believe that you'll work it out and carry on. They've been together for 18 years, right?
Correct.
But you knew things weren't good at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It seems hard to, like, somebody you're just like, what? No way.
Because that's a much different feel. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. But either way, yeah. Tough times, and that sucks. And you know, like I said, too, Yellowstone's gotten kind of crazy now. Like, it's been on 5. I think they were talking about doing a 6th season. Like, just finish the second half of season 5. Let's just wrap this sucker up.
I've not watched this show, but I do believe that you are correct. Or it's like, if people are saying it's getting a little crazy, start wrapping the show up.
I mean, look, I haven't seen the latest season of Ted Lasso. I've heard the same thing about Ted Lasso. People are like, it's kind of losing its
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is tough. That was such a good show and everything.
But the problem is, you know, in a show like that, and I assume Yellowstone's kind of the same, there's one specific thing that is central to all of the plots. At some point, you exhaust it.
And there's some shows, right? Like Mike and I love Breaking Bad. And we always say, like, what was it, season 2 or 3? There's one season where like, I didn't care for it that much. I mean, look, to this day, I think still think The Wire is the best show ever made. Season 2 on the docks, I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah, The Wire doesn't want to make people move to Baltimore, and Breaking Bad does not want to make people move to New Mexico, but for whatever reason, people in Montana are probably celebrating this one.
Yeah, well, it's weird, too, because that's kind of the whole point of Yellowstone is they don't want people moving there.
That's the amazing
and then everybody
part of it.
from the, you know, all the rich people are like, oh, we should go there. So it's crazy.
Kind of like when we moved to Seattle.
I think it's like Monopoly, right? Monopoly, the game was created, believe it or not, is like a, hey, you know, this is what money does to people. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be this way. It's had the exact opposite effect. Like, I want money.
Yeah. We got here, they're like, tell people back home that it rains here in Seattle all the time. It's always cloudy and gray. Well, that's not a lie.
Well, the thing they told them, you know, I don't know if you guys will do well. People in Seattle read, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
That's not a joke. We're like, they read books and stuff. That's the exact quote.
Yep.
Well, I think I get it now with people, like when we first moved here, it's like, right, like with the summertime, don't ever let them know.
No, I never do.
Yeah, right. I mean, like the summers here are probably, for my money, are the most beautiful major city in the United States.
Sure.
But
just tell them it's 3 months.
Yeah. No, I just tell people, I did arrange all the time. Terrible.
Well, and when we moved here, it was all about the Californias and stuff.
Yeah.
Californians.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, that influx. But I think the biggest one was just the Amazon.
Now they're stopping at Bend, leaving us alone.
Bend is pretty cool. I like
Seattle summers are like the biggest catfish in the country.
Yeah.
Because as soon as summer's done, it writes a check that it can't cash.
No, but it knows. It knows. It says, right. I always say to people, I go, because they ask about Seattle and the weather. Is the weather really? And I go, look, picture it like this. Seattle gets pregnant with the sun. So for 9 months, it's pregnant and it rains. And then for 3 months, the sun comes out. I'm like, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like the person waiting to have sex after you have a baby.
Yeah.
Gotta wait 3 months.
Not good news. Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital.
Do we know why?
No, they keep saying a medical complication. Yesterday he did post, or somebody posted on his Instagram, appreciate the love, feeling blessed. So that's a little better sign, I guess. I mean, if I had to guess, maybe like a stroke.
It could be something like that. Because like you said, he's a health nut as far as taking care of himself.
He's a crazy gym guy and this and that.
So I'm assuming it had to be something also internal, or you got some weird infection that was external. But
also, Ted, I think when you get on social media, and Steve, you can see this too, when you see people who post their own stuff, you recognize it's from them.
Sure.
Compared to people who post like press releases on Twitter about as far as other things. So you can kind of tell who's running their accounts or not. If they are a part of it, if they do have a machine as well. I have a feeling that did not come from him. I have a feeling that someone else posted on his behalf.
Well, that's what they say. It's either somebody from him or from his team, but also he's Jamie Foxx. I'm sure he has a team of like 5 people that do all this stuff.
I think that's
what I'm saying.
I just hope it's from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just kind of a
because that
sad
means
story.
he's cognizant enough to do it.
Correct. The friends and family are still saying he needs prayers, well wishes. His daughter, Jamie and his daughter, Karina, will not appear on season 6 to beat Shazam. Nick Cannon will take over as host. Shocker. And Kelly Osbourne will be replacing her as the show's DJ.
Do you think if I take a week off starting tomorrow, somehow Nick Cannon will be sitting in my seat? I just feel like that's how it works.
I mean, I would only say no because he just started a new show.
I don't think that matters.
It might not.
Jamie, don't worry. If something happens to you, I'll have another baby. I'll name him Jamie Foxx Cannon.
Actually, I mean, I like you, but it'd be pretty dope if Nick Cannon was in here with us.
You don't F you, Ted.
Right? Yeah. Like, me, you, Miles, and Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You get a first date with somebody, and it's gone. He's taking it.
I bet I could get verified and get on Twitter.
That's right. Oh, you do so Nick Cannon. Cool.
Featuring special guest.
I noticed they took your check mark away. No other member of the show.
You guys are still verified?
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you, a friend of ours actually is working with Nick Cannon.
Oh, really?
For real?
Yeah.
Good guy?
It's a she. She was in Dallas.
Nanny?
No, I'm saying, is he a good guy?
Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to bug her down and be like, how's Nick Cannon?
He's a douche because he's going to fill him for thrill.
He's hitting on me.
Man, even the radio station lost their check mark.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Of all the things I have things to worry about, that is not one of them.
No, that would affected me. All right, let's see. Talked all about it a couple weeks ago on the podcast. Brand new episode out, by the way. The writer's strike, we talked about it yesterday, obviously still going on. There were some reports that maybe Jimmy Fallon wasn't really a team player, because I guess he didn't show up to the meeting to tell them, like, the show's off, whereas all the other hosts did. But he is going to help his staff. Employees Tonight Show and Seth Meyers' Late Show, so they'll be paid the next 2 weeks by NBC. Then Jimmy and Seth will personally pay their teams for a third week.
Cool, man.
You're hoping it won't take that long?
They're hoping it's resolved in week 1.
They'll also have health insurance through September, which is good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take a few months. It's kind of weird, too. There's a new poll that said 58% of Americans somewhat support or strongly support the writers. 15% oppose it. Then I like this. It says 27% aren't sure. Or maybe their lives aren't ruled by TV. It's like, well, look, even if you don't like TV, you could still support workers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a construction worker. When I see people on strike, I still support the workers.
I don't like vegetables. I don't wish any ill will on farmers. You feel me? I mean, it's just like, right, hey, man, if you have a job. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It's not ruled by TV. Well, congratulations. TV doesn't rule most people, so that means you're perfectly normal. Where you go wrong is just this. For the bits of TV that people do watch, we understand it's entertainment. It's your get away from reality kind of thing. But they're the people, and I'll say it again, they're the dishwashers at the restaurant. You may or may not care that they're there, but I'm telling you, that is what your house is built on. If they're not there, then all of the things you do appreciate about scripted shows in particular, you don't get it.
Well, thank God they have a union. I mean, the minimum wage hasn't been changed since 2009. It's $7.50.
It depends where you are. It depends where you are.
It does, but that's the legal average.
The federal,
that's what they have to pay you. So,
Yeah, and look, we said yesterday, it's gonna last it's gonna last. Well, look, bottom line is every time most people work a 9-to-5 job and have a weekend. That's because of labor union.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
and we can choose to go to QFC, Safeway, whatever market we want. But this will last a few more months. Now, the big thing today, you're gonna get home, you're gonna listen to the men's room, you're gonna listen to the happy hour, and then boom, we're gonna have game two. Stanley Cup playoff.
Yes.
Boom. Like most people in this city, I'm completely obsessed with hockey now. I was watching other hockey playoffs last night.
I know it gets you to watch the other hockey games, right? I mean, that's the big thing.
It was kind of awkward, though. There was another Ted there. He was original Ted, and he knew more about hockey than
original
second Ted.
Original Ted.
Yeah. I was like, he's Ted, too. And everybody went, new Ted. No, you're Ted, too. Mm-hmm. It was a highs and lows last night.
That had to be crushing.
Kind of the same thing happened when the Sounders came in. You learned a lot of people knew a lot more about soccer than you.
I know.
At the time, you're like, listening to people beside you, you're like, oh, they know the sport.
Wow, damn, okay.
Dude, you're exactly right. Because I had only started watching Arsenal a few years before the Sounders stepped up to the MLS level. And it's like, now that I'm still friends with some soccer players. So that was an easy catch up. Or like my buddy Dragovon, who played for the Sounders. Like
that helps.
I would, like the first year, I would just sit next to his dad, who would coach soccer and this and that. So he would always bring a stopwatch for stoppage time, and he really got me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He really got me into the rules and stuff. But I'm with you with hockey. Still struggling here and there with offsides.
Icing,
icing, not offsides. It's the
I think I get icing. That's the one I'm like, all right. But it is truly baby steps.
I struggle with the penalties and how long you get put in the box based on your infraction.
If I'm not mistaken, most of them are all 2 minutes until you fight, and that's 5 minutes. That's all I've seen.
Yeah, or if you get like a
That's a
game
major.
misconduct, right? That's gonna be a major. If you cross check a dude into the boards or whatever, you know what I mean? That would be a 5-minute major. So yeah, I do like yelling that stuff though. 2 minutes. That hit was ugly, man.
I know.
You know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about.
It does not take us long.
It sounds good.
To realize that we know more than the officials. I don't understand icing, but that's worth more than 2 minutes.
God damn, could somebody on this team back check?
Is that legal?
I know.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Southern Company is making energy smart and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. From modernizing infrastructure to achieving their interim carbon reduction goal 10 years early, Southern Company is committed to building a clean, resilient energy future. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future. Southern Company, building the future of energy.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Go Kraken. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story. We go to Kentucky, where a fast food chain found themselves under federal investigation. Reports came in of minors working inside the restaurant, and investigators found the claims to be true. Turns out the two 10-year-olds were in the area visiting a parent who managed the chain and were put to work cleaning the restaurant, working the drive-thru, processing orders, handling money, even working the fryers, which is prohibited for employees under 16, sometimes working as late as 2 a.m.
Also, they were not paying them.
Right.
Right, on top of everything else. Right,
you're just helping out mommy or daddy or whoever it was, right? We need to stay up until 2 a.m. They're 10 years old. Mm-hmm. What 10-year-old do you know that stays up until 2 a.m.?
None. No, and they don't do well in school.
No.
Because they're exhausted.
It's just, obviously it goes against the policy of the chain, which go without saying, but yeah, that's why they're under investigation. I don't know why you as the manager think that that's a good idea. You have your 10-year-old running out bags of food. Like maybe you're understaffed, and I can get that. You don't bring in your 10-year-olds to get it done.
No. That's just bad parenting.
That's bad parenting. That is bad business.
It's like everyone's going after the company. I'm like, what about the parents?
Right. Yeah. That's why I left the company out of it. Y'all know who the company is, but I left them out of it because they literally had nothing to do with this. They were the shell that they were all in.
The company doesn't. The franchisee does, but also the parents, right? So, I mean, if it's, I don't know, Domino's, like, Domino's would never sign off and be like, yeah, it's a great idea. The franchisee, you can do that, but also the parents. Look, my kid will be 11 in a couple of weeks, but if I'll give your kid a job, man, that is outstanding. They're going to work until 2 a.m. and we're not going to pay them. Like,
right?
Well, no,
we need them to come and do overnights and do some do some breaks on here. Run the music plugs.
It's not unheard of to see like a kid sitting in a restaurant or something while the mom or dad is working, but I've never seen the kid being put to work.
Right. And even
it'd be one thing if the parents were there. It'd be one thing if it's the kid of the manager who has to close.
I thought it was.
And then go look. Is that the case?
I believe so. They're the kids of the manager.
Okay, then I feel a little different. I would say it's not the thing to do.
If they're sweeping the floors, all right, we'll look over.
Right.
They're running the fryers. They're running food out in the drive-thru. They're handling money. They're cooking and processing food. Like, okay, we're getting into real uncharted territory here.
You should be smart enough to know better than that.
You should be smart enough to know better than that.
Should be.
That is a fact.
Should be.
In other news, a photographer is going viral online after getting an unusual request. This one's just outrageous. The photographer shared the story and screenshots of the conversation that he had with a woman that he had done the wedding photography for back in 2019, who told him that she and her husband had now divorced, rendering the pictures that he took pointless and unwanted. You guessed it, she wants a refund. Long story short, this was no prank like he had hoped that it was, and she actually threatened legal action when he refused. After sharing the story online, the now ex-husband caught wind and reached out to the photographer, apologizing on her behalf. She reached out and she said, look, hey, do you remember me? You did our wedding back in 2019. Oh, yeah, I hope you're doing well. How can I be of service? thinking, maybe I got another job coming up. Well, yeah, since that wedding, you did a great job. We loved all the work that you did, but since then we actually divorced. So now we actually don't need these pictures. So I'm gonna ask for a refund.
But
that's insanity.
But what's the legal action? Look, I took pictures of a time and place, and at the time and place you were getting married and you were happy. I have zero control over what you and your husband did after that. I'm sorry it did not work out, but I took pictures at your wedding.
And that's basically...
The wedding happened. It's documented. That's what... I'm a documentarian. That is why I was there.
And that's basically what he told her over and over again and shut down the conversation over and over again, saying, look, I am very, very sorry as far as what happened to your marriage. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I can't help that. I also can't untake these pictures. It is not in my policy to give you a refund, especially since it's happened 4 years ago. It's not just the pictures and the work that was done on that. There is sacrificed time. There is sacrificed work that was done to be at your wedding to take those pictures. You bought my time. You took my time. You cannot give my time back.
If you get divorced 20 minutes after I take the picture, none of this is on me.
Correct.
You hired me to do a job. I executed my job.
Right.
That doesn't even make sense.
And this is not a good that can be returned.
I cannot imagine why she's getting divorced.
Right. If I buy that bag of Lay's that is on your counter, I can give you that bag of Lay's back and hope to get my money back for that matter.
Right.
But
I would not expect
this is not a refundable good. And she tried to make it out like, hey, since you're a business, that needs to be labeled in your contract. If it's not, then you're obligated to give me it. Like, this is somebody who truly doesn't know the real world. I hope the benefit of the doubt, the only benefit of the doubt that I can give her is that she's going through a rough time and she needs a win right now.
No,
she just is not pulling it from a good spot.
Of having been entitled your entire life to not understand that.
That is the most likely answer, right. Yes. Over in New Jersey, a woman had a bit of a whoopsie-daisy that landed her in the hospital. The woman in her 60s was getting out of her car, not realizing that it wasn't in park, and ended up falling to the ground before the car rolled over the top of her. She was okay, but she was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, where officers issued her a citation for having an unregistered vehicle.
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't.
So she's pulling the stroller out, and she's on a bit of an incline. The stroller starts to roll away. She made the effort to get it, but she trips and falls. But when she trips and falls, she crumples.
Oh, no.
Like she doesn't get up at all. So a dude who has nothing to do with anything ran down there and grabbed the stroller before it rolled into the street. But I saw the video today. I'm like, oh, my God, lady.
And then at what point did the car run over her?
I don't know.
Yeah. Fun times. That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
We'll see you next time for the return of Ted versus the FCC. It will be a Bad Joke Friday. The lovely Taryn Daly's up next. Go Kraken.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, well, we'll be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Southern Company is making energy smart and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. From modernizing infrastructure to achieving their interim carbon reduction goal 10 years early, Southern Company is committed to building a clean, resilient energy future. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future. Southern Company, building the future of energy.